ewa ha Akwesi Asempa ha nso sanso na Jesse Kofi Amponsan so ewa ha guys one Jesse Shase ma me ne
okay
menyo ohene me obi
ma me Shase media na eketu ebi
okay ene mo ohene Shase
unim Desmond Ofe
yes minimum on ye U20 head coach or assistant coach Esama Blasters
okay oyobi a medina jumachi ache na coaches organ ha one of my favorites
okay
coach me jidini di pa me say me jidi say represent the new face of coaching in Ghana unim say the Afranes, the Jay Sapons, the Utia Kentens, the Sam Ades, Edu Bebia na the coaches ane wo krum ha no na enye enkolasem new group of elite coaches enye elite because omay coach na che be no madwuma omay no yina ehu esu ani omay national heroes omay continental heroes omay world heroes ene nyina ne ye bofra team of 2001 or the core under 20
Argentina
and then nyina ye da hobo you know enti the core qualified us to the World Cup
2006 World Cup
in fact even after that Ebiko Nyakunya bo Mali 2002
yes
about 3 of them so in the last 10 years no in Sirenya group bia omayi omo so bakobeba as a prospect no obo wan bia boom na ni ratings ni public image ni ko form it is not for nothing if you because a history wom if so yeah omo make nyina ye bom di nyina na free the Winnipeg College you know and the buy into there was a system and they produce you since then intimi nya bibio
deliberate system
absolutely into that's one of a buy you know maybe a free bar ne work ethics and also proving home but African Games my gold e krume ye okowafu e ko je silver I qualify for the African Youth Championship and e ko bi ache into the juma no it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Now, what this baby did in the last 2 weeks, it is unlike this one.
Hey.
Yeah.
Suban Ben.
And yes, Suban Papa.
Why then?
Say coach, Oko tournament. Now, want to me with the squad. O squad, Baba, a day before your first game. Me who be that?
No, and on the year, and yet.
No. It is on him. It's not on the FA.
Temperature list winner or can one
list winner make 1-7. This list was released yesterday by the FA. And so many players were Egypt.
Oh, say me the general secretary ama FA ne kase. It was up to CAF to publish.
No, it's not true. It's a no kind. Na bibia na me da no. Hold to me intina me ntimi ya no. In fact, on BB Concourse. Because no serious organization. Now, by what to be in Penisam Suda? Say Ghana, okay, if I say Ghana qualify for US 2026. If we only this squad to your first game in the tournament. Sign up as well today. We also see FIFA, you also release their own release. Sebi, that's the movie. When you catch them.
No, but then soon a CAF a publish a group A and B.
Yeah, and submit it. That's the truth of the matter.
Then you are flouting the regulations of the competition.
Flouting regulation. That's the import he was trying to put across. That there is a fixed date also with the squad list. There's a fixed date also for your finalist.
Yes.
And it's a sad letter so they are no bonnet. But and what men would you my
True.
That's the honest truth.
True.
And you said for the past 2 weeks, you've been discussing team. Players all camp. I know said we're facing some challenges in some of the foreign-based players. But give us a communication. The players way in Egypt, yes, but 1, 2, 3, 4 players. So we can discuss it. Or they can share and technically competition way different. Obi and person, obi releasing squad, and you no cray. And you no cray. Yeah, penasem, but sometimes maybe he opens himself up for criticism. Again, Prince, me say this one of fair. Ama subembi organ haya kono. Point number 2. Collins, my squad list ni biom. Coach with your sort. Our about tournament me Bako home. African Games. Bako Olome. African Youth Championship. What for qualifiers no? How can you go into a World Cup qualifier? African Youth Championship a World Cup qualifier.
Yes.
With only four defenders. And I'm who's card no.
Da Costa Entry, Young Apostles, Nana Kwame Boache, FC Sheriff, Dennis Mafo, International, Maswo, Akwasi Bodin we mami, fourth name no, defenders.
Azafope.
Asafope. Two Mighty Jet. Defenders 4 defenders.
Yeah.
The rest, only utility players are.
That is what I suspect.
So maybe suspect say ABA midfielders ni bi.
That's the only rational idea about me. Idea ko say oh, we attackers do all the tournament.
Yeah, but it's too much.
Emmanuel Mensah, Joseph Opoku, Dennis Ameyaw, Apia Kubi, Abdul Hakim Sulemana, Jerry Efriye, George Eyetei, Andrew Ejabin, Michael Meyer.
Amer,
sir.
Nice Ibrahim.
Sir. Ena Abdulaziz or Barcelona B. Clinton Dodu, formerly of Brekum Chelsea. Ena Bichim United. Kelvin Nkrumah ena Aziz Misbah. Attackers in Kwan.
They are here to accommodate.
Midfielders, Makati Ofori, Kelvin Ahiable, Ismail Ado, Aaron Isel, Hayford Boahene, Edmond Asante, and Arafat Mohammed.
No.
Squad na yade kunini.
When himself cover a lot of tournaments, does this squad make any technical sense to you?
There be 4 defenders there. There be.
So
at an AFCON.
In worst case scenario, look at even 3 center backs in this tournament.
Yes.
Look at 2 right backs and 2 left backs. Worst case scenario.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, how? Again, we're quite here and can have problems. So no need team no audio moko. Prince. The immunization say Oko Jabre and Eko World Cup in the Bible.
When you not qualified to the World Cup.
It reminds me of the Boaké disaster in 1984. Journalists accuse coach and so the left-footed person who won the Costa tournament. And the Yekojia and Kenya Asem.
Yes.
Right. In take away and Yasem. But I want to say raise issues in there. Sebeya Oko tournament on Coach Wa. You know, I can say, I see a coach is going to be a problem. Because you're 1 injury away, 1 red card away from a disaster.
With 4 defenders.
Yes! You have 1 injury away, 1 red card away from disaster. What you do is that you improvise. Midfielders need to work on someone. Ebi na your natural position. Ebi on ball bet. For instance, let me draw your minds to something. Merino, the position you ever was now.
Or
your typical box-to-box midfielder.
Yes.
Bebe 2-3 months near man ko ball anymore. Against PSG obo midfield no cha bonu de to no. As in real midfield football. Because mindset. Or that the other thing I say, how do I move as a striker?
Yes.
How do I place myself well? And then he would not ban the natural position going to me more. Now he has to retune himself. And you play being a team, yes, sir. Again, my greatest fear, Collins, me the coach, Prince, show me eye contact.
Me pacho yo.
Me the coach, African Game Squad, I'm Collins.
Okay.
Eddie, under 20 Youth Championship Squad, so I'm Collins.
Okay. See, Collins, any factor so ni enshine.
We have content analysis of the squad. You will not get more than 3 players in the squad.
Omo odi omo J African Games.
Yes.
Any omo J wafu no.
Yes.
Unya 3
More
the
than 3.
current
Yes.
squad no. Wow. Wow. Collins say call up no for both youth championship course so wafu. Anyway, African Games the enini ohene.
Yeah.
African Games the enini. 3 goalkeepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 midfielders. 1, 2, 3 wingers. 1, 2, 3 forwards.
Squad na echo away Egypt to say Goalkeepers 3.
In terms of goalkeepers, no obi enim
the Bako.
there
Yakubu Said.
Yakubu Said. Okay.
All the African Games no.
Okay.
Mediama Owumbi. So I'm I hear me.
And when soon or they call wafu no.
We soon or the call.
We not the call wafu we. And to say oh share on Facebook they wo nifa so no. They wo benkum so no. Eno eno de call eye wafu no. They wo benkum so no. Eno de ball eye African Games na ye wa ha Ghana eje ye no. Enti obehu se Yakub Said, Vincent Anan, ena Daniel Afo, ena ye goalkeepers odi omo ball eye African Games no. Goalkeepers odi omo call eye wafu no. Fatal Seidu,
Yakubu
Said, ena Benjamin Chum.
The other call eye African Championship so any Gideos Esieku Yakubu Said no and a P Ata.
Yeah.
And to hit squad na they are consistent. Said
Yakubu Said
and Onobe number 1.
Okay. And the other 2 ni there. Omu nyina wa experiment enti no omu ameki cat no. Enti Esiako ene P Ata aba beshim ewo ho. Yemra defenders ne so.
What is shocking with goalkeepers no so they say. We say goalkeepers a specialized area pa.
Yeah.
It will be surprising say 3 different tournaments.
Okay. The General Secretary is squadless Abremi CCA.
Yeah,
say any 4 defenders, 6 defenders, 6 defenders now.
Okay.
And the publication about first in no credit.
Okay. Enti o kase ya me try say maybe a
7 defenders
maybe a GF website. Na ka ma hwe say the publication of official list omo de call no nanka me hu
7 defenders in our so that clears my head off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but the content analysis is very important. So
the consistency in building this team.
Yeah. So the NSA goalkeeping area a very specialized area. So a very surprising say we got 3 different tournaments. Now 1 goalkeeper pen a consistent.
Yeah.
It does not help with. Does that mean say age is now the corner almost exactly the age?
Of course, the African Games, there was a leverage to register more than under 20 players.
Under 20 players. So
Mukarama, no 20. But registration man, no quite man the boy. But I'm saying that in building for the future, you don't do that.
Sure.
As in the we none year.
No, I want to say that. The fact that you've gone to the tournament is not a given that the next tournament.
Lose
form completely.
I agree.
Lose form completely.
The FA publish a squad list no. Eddie assign Collins. Into Collins me pacho. Jadia we be anafe no to sumami as we do the content analysis. A question pacho to us.
Oh no, because
it's a very good intervention.
Okay. So the fact say wako first 2 tournament and say the next one
Because
automatically
there will be a lot of factors.
It could be
Maybe
injured.
the club crying releasing. Obetumi pra and obetumi lose form.
Fair deal.
That is a very good point too. But I'm saying that
that's a very
as a does to do.
yeah.
At least you should have a spine of the team
Oh, of course.
and do some additions there, and you'll be a problem. I'm sure that even for the coach, you'll be worried. What you say? You'll be worried. Say, players are my build you over the years, no, here. Wafunu here, but I can tell you that tournament here here sin wafunu kura. And the amount of opportunity to go to the World Cup. I know the excuse and say, oh, on board league, on board tournament we and baby nanya corner club brochure on clubs ain't release you on my mom. But I'm saying that it's a problem.
into
A problem.
yen can say the GFA publish a year squad no. A year 6 defenders.
7.
6 or hene.
7.
7, Prince.
7 defenders.
Dennis Mafu.
For him,
McCarthy.
Da Costa
entry. Aaron Isel. Akolo ni bobo pa. Nana Kwame Boache, Maxwell Azafokpe, Kelvin Ahia Ble and Afi Suno. Ubenya Dennis Mafu.
Okay.
But
Then-
as Zakokwe, why very consistent. Oh, squad in
Squad in Nimuna. Squad in Nimuna.
Yes.
He's run throughout the squads.
Yes.
Yes. Squad in
He's run throughout the squad.
It's very key to the
Internalize.
Oh, international allies. Of course, when you say Ubo squad we are, player back open and Dimba Obia and Jerry Free. Jerry Free and Dimba Obia and of course Aziz. So from Dreams to Barcelona. What I say? But no Okoye no ne form no ni so said na or hand form no. In fact, form no the ball, the Confederations Cup no. It's not the same form no deba. Because he's had some problems at Barcelona B. He's not had a lot of games. Oh, in fact, the Akala's left back
Odro.
looks like he's been highly rated than Aziz. Odro is highly rated than Aziz. But we'll be able to mean question Aziz's quality. It reminded me of Mokai Fatau call Sporting. Sporting first team went to room.
Yes.
Opening second team. Second team no nya games mbo.
But Oba Leicester no.
But coach being who say potential one mu on the Leicester
Yeah.
championship. We also the quality.
Enzo Maresca.
And to be a na nya player no and nya de. E be tell say coach be na empire style of play.
Yeah.
and I said coach needs start
But Aziz, the talent is on doubt.
And yet talent as we go because episode ball left back.
Okay.
because at that stage you need the
You have some point. We be go check manager be a on ponim cry here.
Okay.
For all you know, politically, because now there's a Spanish player over that same position.
Position. Okay. Okay. And the General Secretary the Abaso now 7
And
defenders.
to we defenders now seven quite free war. My issue about the consistency.
Okay.
Hey, problem, mommy, hey, Prince.
Okay.
Because team who say you Nigeria boy in the finals of the WAFO no, we thought say na good enough, but then you finish product. Born on born never. Throughout the tournament, that born here very impressive. But then you finish with that. And to one would have expected say, oh, obey on one end do standard odi on one. What scout to who say on bet me a born as a tournament anymore. Now Kenya much more solid team.
Okay. Obi the Abase Maso ne yakase wa consistent. I think say wanko wafuni bi. Obo African games ni mumba wanko wafuni bi.
Ono ba African go anko wafu.
Yes.
And oko African Youth Championship. Clearly better me ko wafu na bibi ato. Either plan na say
Yes.
he's out of the country.
Yeah, into wanko.
But
Wanko
you see,
wafuni bi.
this also brings to the fore a bigger conversation. I don't know. You see any who control, but who control about the quality of our junior players. If you come here, who you gonna?
as a body over which is here.
Oh, Metina say, we are Ghanaian teams now. The business model they are running now is to ship the young players out in term. And they add in say, we better ship a 25-year-old, 27-year-old, 26-year-old Ghanaian player straight to mainstream Europe.
No. 18, 19.
Wow.
15 gra. No, the
15,
onward
16,
transfer clause
17.
assume. Not just it.
What this means is that a lot of these players are being molded in an European football system that may not suit our style of play, our mentality, and even our physique.
Hey, we don't have a DNA.
Absolutely, about DNA no. Clubs no any scare free ho, and they are not looking at the damage it may cause. I'll give you a typical example. When you say a call World Cup at 20, there were 2 best players in that tournament. Michael Essien, there be 2005, Lionel Messi, John Mikel Obi.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi was the best player in that tournament. Mikel Obi was second.
Second.
Mikel Obi at that tournament was a number 10.
Proper.
Proper
number
number 10.
Proper.
Ball will be boss that tournament, you know. It was even it was close between Messi and Mikel Obi.
Yes.
Mikel Obi.
Yes.
Messi won because they won the World
They
Cup.
won it, yeah.
Fast forward in 10 years, Mikel Obi became a defensive midfielder.
Ultimate two players could have.
Ultimate break and pass crana
Now retire Lionel Messi is still active.
Back.
Oh, I'm talking about the style of play.
passes in Kwa.
There's a mentality in Europe say we African player energy.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
Into year 6.
The Guati was converted. Oko Gatefi
The
was
bottom
converted
was
to
described
defensive
as
midfielder.
the next Maradona, a proper number 10.
Oko Gatefi from that time on.
Oko
defensive,
Gatefi.
One more 10 beam.
One more 10 beam.
I fame the bottom border being
Tackle.
Then what in
Interceptions.
Assist no ball.
But no, could
I
you
have
Kotake.
in the last
Kotake
20 years, I have not seen a Ghanaian creative player close to Kujwa Samoa.
a ball led back with Juventus. Ni stay away Juventus. You know, one more as number 10 da led back. In fact, Blasters crowd by so Kwesi Appiah Accra Sports Stadium. Emma Nebo as
What come about
World Cup.
2014.
2014.
That assist to my Samoa was our left back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a talent like Kujwa Samoa? Or Italian?
Hey,
Or Spanish?
hey, home. Oh, yeah, English.
What about 10?
I'm here to go about 3.
What am I number 3?
Oh, in the very
Today, as you speak, show me an African number 10 or top level Euro.
number 10. There be.
Number 10, no credit, that's all.
Ebia, Zambu Anguiza, Ewo, Napoli. Ono Crampo,
Almost 10.
Ono Bo 8.
What coin in my 8?
8.
And here football.
No, but
for
there are some games that were bo as 10.
There be box to box. Yeah, 10.
I remember Champions League game be against Liverpool. That game,
But he's
that
not
game
the
was
creative
set.
midfielder for the team.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not his preferred position for the
Yeah.
team.
And the FS, no, they should be looking at some of these things. When you say it is beyond them, sometimes.
Yes.
Now, player and no player, only one national academy be our player no more.
Oh, bo.
Because
The club, the crowd, the
internalize this kind of players or turn now, only say. But I'm saying that we should have a deliberate plan in curing some of this mischief.
Mamen ko Jesse ho. Ohene ye da sepa Jesse fa o praise and worship bra na afi minwi wo akwesi ho.
First of all, you better delegates for us. Say me afi na maba. You better delegates for us. Say Mr. Edwin Amankwa omo bo modin to abama no.
Pa.
This is obe boy juma papa. Obe boy juma. Ene dia me ba nka ye kwan so. Kofi. Probably asem na kosi sen. Because
say ye na yi awie asem no e wo.
Sit March one.
Yes.
Sit April. By next week Tuesday, not sit me, not 2 months after it. I say, yeah, no.
No, it's assembly work court.
Yeah, but assembly work court, no. Brahma no ni chie na kwa kusi say.
Ye ntimi nche no se wo
Yeah,
dwane.
so I'm coming. So that the police ought to know that we are still on that matter.
Sure.
We are still concerned.
Sure.
Because into me nkoba say, I say oman ha say major cases we find it difficult to unravel it. There are so many of them.
Now, Nipano, wabu buying enam agriculture ko pie Senegal. One nam kwan so ko Libya.
Libya.
And they make say this seeming a year we are unable to unravel major cases at the national level. No, I'm say I say we men ko count.
public interest.
Some murder cases with public
interest.
You can list a lot of the killing of the high court, 3 high court judges plus the major, recently Ahmed Swale. The list is endless.
MP.
JB Dankwa.
In fact, there's the issue of Finch Kra.
Yeah,
Entertainment guy.
So it looks like it's here. Early days, look, yeah, we are all passionate and everything. Now, after 2-3 months now, babe, celebrity May night. Why are you punishing for all the things that happen in May night? So I say, I didn't see her. Yeah, the near the emotions, near the akasa, assembly. We had various accounts. Accounts being see police for ni jina so a omode adwuma omoye.
Brian man here no.
Brian man kwa. By now I believe that other angles should have been explored but the police should please keep us in the loop. At least periodic information be updates ebe no omo fa man eni enti ase very important.
Okay.
Last one. Black Stars nanu asempa be release asembi me ma share me ba be kai. Coaches no salaries na ko sisen. Enna
akwasi
most important backroom staff. Backroom staff na
coaches no Black Stars. Coaches ne backroom staff.
That I call Newtown. Say that me committee member ko ati yan one na ye discuss. Say free from the minister.
Debbie.
The minister indicated say own tuya.
Debbie.
So they don't want to even go into a meeting own tuya.
No, me own him.
And they don't even want to go into a meeting with him and discuss that.
Own him.
And so own tuya.
Own him. Me ba. Unim. Me problem okrom
assembly saying some minister
me Kofi me ba me sreo. Me problem I okrom and say we don't like taking class action. Collective action.
I want to me unsustainable no.
Because the truth of the matter is that they say coach to me any other coaching staff no to me kase. We no mo boy me here aduma won to ka any na yenji.
Some understand
but I'm crashing in 7 months into 1 year. So, but I think that there ought to be class action. There ought to be collective action. Leading it should be the coach, saying that these guys they help me. Without them, I am not able to attain wins on the pitch, and therefore, won't you moka dia any fausika? The minister because. Sadie we there and passum baku. Some minister ne be decide they say won't tia obi ka now obi tia ebi no ka there. Debi na coach no kwa no di win by equipment officer wan fire equipment na ma wan chocho di ni ya jama wow when na okoka obi nti ase minister no nti aduma na ase ana onti ase say onim if he doesn't know the roles of the other backroom staff now he should educate himself. But no, it cannot be. Say, so the FA should pay those backroom staff who are working for the nation. Is it the responsibility of the FA to pay them? Winning bonus so how the mom so I ask them. No. We cannot be tolerating this. Into yesterday, your best minister, your cost was say. So person cut costa and your backroom staff for now about the peso. There are other means by which you can cut cost. Into yesterday, no. One fa obia fatan odumani ni bia fatani na ketua nti won fa mo no ntumi nya opapa no mo fa nya aduma mo man yesre ni pi
asempa
oiba
yes sir
Cramcock for no
still omasem no
Cramcock for no
yen kanwie
ye dia kawie ha de
na si yen tuo mo bi no mo week 22
me Isaac akwesi asempa Cramcock for me no more we.
Unkoma sembiem.
Oh, only. We started when is it Monday? And let's say Cramcock from day. Let an eba Sunday
anajutum.
Damn sorry, and now Cramcock for let an eba. And now ya hu ejuma. Sir, Cram Cock for no ABI for the
Jesse Nimunti for the purposes of
Cram Cock for no concerned referees and match commissioners of Ghana. Yeah, association. I'm the association
of Ghana.
Yes, concerned referees and match commissioners of Ghana. Consent is so it's not an embodiment of all referees or all match commissioners, but where consent.
For 21 weeks ni yentu omoka.
Yes. Follow Cram Cock for no issues no. Follow Cram Cock for issue. Papa. Now,
only say Premier League referees season when you na yetu omoka 8 weeks pe. Akwesi to aso. Akwesi to aso.
You see, now the indication has come clearly that could dig games, yes, over the weekend.
See your
appointment about and they have also indicated say could dig games, this weekend.
Yes.
Nobody should send me a letter anonymously again. Nobody.
No, you can't say that.
Me phone me send me house you can't say that. Say.
The bad year so ye hu
adwuma. Because if you remember, the week before,
what kind of a journalist are you? Will be sending information on you.
The week before, and I said that was Thursday or Friday. Say and that was Friday.
Yes.
And I was not going to speak about the issue again.
And I took issues with you. Exception to
yes, but I said it. I was clear. But seven preduasa. In penifone ne bu baby said seven preduasa. Kwasia.
And on Saturday.
It's weekend and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, na Jonah Cram Cock for me. Sorry, Monday, na must Cram Cock for us and letter no. And I'm say, I'm letter wait room. They said I'm making Juma because I'm so me and Nipa. And they are being Juma up to there. And then they have now school said that they are going to could give some appointments now. They I've heard every president say that I'm going Juma to go and pay. I've heard Prosper Harrison, who is the general secretary of the FA. In fact, Cram Cock for letter and it was addressed to general secretary. Oh, only letter now. Me for the Cram Cock for letter now. I'm out. Inti, omasem there. Me nkebiem. They should find their way of dealing with their issues. We were talking about class action. That was what we were taking. In fact, they said we were boycotting the games this weekend. And then, so it's a crowd by, but now they've gone into conclave to go and discuss the issues in some could games. Now let me warn Cram Cock for let me warn Cram Cock for no.
Aden,
munim na weekend way. Could Jobisika could dig game bonibi.
No, that's not fair.
I'm telling you,
that's not fair.
In their
you
letter,
are accusing.
I'm not accusing them.
The members say,
Judiciary for letter no. But you are to smame.
And I accuse you.
I'm not accusing them. I didn't say that.
It is documented fact. So hasn't got to call. If you go G oil aponchi.
Yeah.
Right.
No penalty.
No penalty. Yeah. This is documented fact.
These are documented facts.
No, Mpacho.
No.
Asemwa asempe can say
I'm warning them, yes. Cram Cock for no especially. Cram Cock for no. And I'm warning them. Say weekend we because the FA and we all don't know who the members of the Cram Cock are. No. We assume that but because of fear,
we free obi ho FA was say mama mfa din tuja.
And on your board I don't read the message. On your board I don't
on authority say
on your board I don't read the message.
Omo appoint you on weekend we no. Omo hwehwe mu obi anye member of the Cram Cock.
If that this is a very bogus message. Very bogus message. You know why?
Still,
if the person from the FA cannot be bold and mention his name, say, it's a very bogus message. You shouldn't have read it in the first place.
Okay.
Now, in the Cram Cock letter, no. Prince.
Paragraph Ben Aohi.
Is it paragraph 3? 3.
Okay.
We wish to remind the authorities that leaving allowances of referees and match commissioners unpaid is ample grounds for an inducement which we all vehemently abhor and want to avoid at all costs so as to keep the integrity of the game intact and unblemished.
Yes.
So I'm warning them. So, Prof, in their last paragraph, they said, we wish to conclude with an 18th century adage which lucidly states that an empty sack cannot stand upright.
Kotoku ahwe ni mu no di ni gina ho ntimi ngina.
Adena omo yedada. Now chiro mu yam kom dia say.
Oh.
See, Prince, I am warning them that someone this weekend, and this is a very big game in Accra. Stakes in this game are very high. Very, very high for both Hearts and Kotoko. Beyond Hearts and Kotoko, no, all the other games, see, among 4 persons avoiding relegation. There's a big game happening at Dance Park between Gold Stars and Karela.
Yes.
Gold Stars person of the league. Karela person avoiding relegation. So the games this weekend are easy games. Now, Cram Kokfoni nim. Now, Omu nim. No mu ko jisika bi. Eko di game boni bi a place. I'm telling you, say for home chow. We will deal with them squarely because they told us, say, Yencho Moka, 21 weeks. So they were boycotting the games.
Okay, me bacho mi twa no fachem.
What you try no so try no.
Obi say, but if the message from the FA person is bogus according to Asempa, because of the hidden identity, what does he make of the release from concern?
No, you see,
sorry, reverse psychology. We ain't find you.
The reason why
I guess who sent
this is also a very bogus message. No, this is also a very bogus message.
Now, who you are sending?
No, whether it is prosper, whether it's scared, it's a bogus message.
Okay, oh dear.
Oh no, it's a message. It's not a person. It's not a person. It's not a person. It's a message.
Okay, so message in here me the power in it in here.
Watch no.
Hey, watch up.
Very, very bogus message.
But if the message from the FA person is bogus, according to Asempa, and the emphasis is bogus, Only Pane say Asempa mi Musa was because of the hidden identity. What does he make of the release from the concerned
referees and match commissioners?
They were not bold to write their names.
What people? Osimi Musa.
And is the document signed?
Osimi Musa.
Inside by who?
By the consent group.
Because Osi consent Florida on the number of the sending.
Prof, who let her know? See, let me read the first paragraph. No, everything. See, this Cranko for letter no. A depot. Call it for Cranko for letter to win so. Or see,
still obey answer
we write anonymously. So it was
So
from outset it was anonymous.
We write
anonymity.
But in the case of Prince, the man, the gentleman also, whoever sent the message said, "Don't mention my name."
No, yes. The message is not bold enough because this is a message. Also, you're bold.
This they are not bold enough.
Cram Confordent, it is for fear of victimization.
Yes.
But
Cram Confordent. Oh, by the way,
because ubetimede FIFA badge ehunahuna omo ene ma FIFA badge ye ma o say enu ntino e na omo ye anonymous
openi bi o efe o se me nka
mu fa openi o efe no ye mfa nya adwuma ne
onso wanya bi kan ye ne
openi bi o efe
pacho memu ni
asema won no da bane no na ni ji ho pa
me say Prince me mfa obi obi we efe me fa nya adwuma ne o if people are not bold we be bold to mention names
na de chere no
me people will not be bold to mention names me share and a message if you have it body
okay come on me mo we din na ma me answer okay we every Jesse we free
akaka
we free Blasters team manager ho Owura Aminu Shado ho no si mi musa o say o si di odi message no di free FI buy o se ma mi mundi e bogosa
Cram for them so ye
Cram for ne ye
Cram for them for ne say they are writing and so for them on the onset say they are writing anonymously
but even that
when they write
that letter number 2 ha beto ja on the man as a part the buy kele ka say e bogus
as you can go for letter
bogus because e dey bien ni
pa kele ka say
I mean bogus
okay mi pona me kan say because it's not signed
so some also agree that because obi edi ni hu no mo ntimi enkasa radios ni because that dey here say be from no makasa
no
man
anko number nenko it was a banner phone no mo de send ni
guys bena phone any day
na kuruma bena phone wa
ebi wa
TV a show
I don't know say
no o ye dey am to me trace that
me trace I mentioned the number I can mention the number again
sir those phones
I
no
can
obi
mention the
betimi
number
atena Massachusetts no dey send no bibi wa be fry
I can mention or say or true phone in that no abrochiri I can mention the number again
o bobo number no
0531291418
enti bobiem na microphone free bi on be fi say bia ye ne ye ka ba bo number ni bi enti obi a betimi afre ba bia obi a
0531291418 ono say ne cramcock letter no
de ba enti eno ano enti obi di free efi wa ba say omo no mo hwehwe mo yan say referee say appoint o mo weekend cramcock bi eni
you dey muslim him cramcock for no there's no cramcock so how do you determine that I can tell you the cramcock for the home
according to investigations
I can tell you the cramcock for the
enti di okodi has ne kotoko no o ye cramcock
ba me cramcock for home me see cramcock letter
match commissioner su kan
now when you say match commissioner be match commissioner be
share has ne kotoko no match commissioner
please do you know that something can happen in a game something can happen in a game when the match commissioner doesn't report it that's most of the time no say whenever it's a referee at the bonnie be
match has ne kotoko no match commissioner no Michael into I or a member of Cramcock.
Oh no, I cannot say Cramcock there. It is an anonymous group.
Okay.
Yes, an anonymous group. But what I'm saying is that Prince, let's not discount the Cramcock for no. But do you think that if the letter was not hitting enough, everyone come on be discussing that they should on the games, you know? Yes. So you think that they could have said, oh, they should go to hell. Do you think that they would have said that? They would have said that. Yeah, okay. Cramcock funny and faceless, and therefore they should go to hell. Do you think they could have said that?
Even the letter was a good indication for the FA.
Yes. Yes.
Now
as ne kotoko
no
players baba ye warm up referees in kan ho na supporters akona referees
now everyone wo the one dwene
yes
now why bibia for and clearly ebi ni say obokohye mo say oh munim say afi yema bi nkoyi ntimi abotem yes
na obi a wontua ne ka 21 weeks there so you should imagine say on dwen ana he will not be in the right frame of mind.
See, the point is that this is not the first time
last season
enti every no better taken for granted. So confirm say dey beba e check cry beba enti no omobo mo negusu but you see engagement continuous engagement hu here because nipa no okubia obobo bi say na akwara say obi sika no obeyi bi efi na akọ ebedu bebi be friend man ma to say oh me available ebi eyesa ezi bia o me available sika no ni both me can finish with niska enti o bo say oh
me available
but truly even niska no niska
Friends,
because referee big friend catch me say on my referee could match or wa tio one or coin or the STC bus na coin no some more arrangement with STC no more discount now or the match ni we are or coin STC one or but the next available bus no in 2 days
home so no any sika won ne ho de beba
uda hotel boka uda hotel boka
I just say
for the
home yes
unless you make arrangement the home team especially they come and there some 2 days 2 days
see sani man
and America see
for say referee be in ho yes
it is true but please I'm saying that no we are being realistic.
Yes,
we are being realistic.
Okay,
say oko baby na uni sika about odo game no person udi and we are saying that we almost a part time near there but Prince referee be an budget sika down it is 21 weeks ebia obia there's no referee 21 weeks in na
yes
we dia 7
inti edidem but say usika ebia 800 sabe 7 akodi baby there
ebi papa
but once Cramcock for no for my 37 fan we once they are decided say this weekend am kodi games no me pay me I like it that way I also do games me I don't like
mom warning
me come asem biem that is one
second
come asem biem 2 me number no obi nim make report no for threat say Cramcock ni bi send me message on my phone I will go report that message me the call signal bureau you see I want why is she me report it no for threat because me put message on my phone so biem that is one. Two once someone decide aje atum some kodi games no nyina de no munim no mu ko gisike bi no mu ko rob team bi this weekend on beti okuma
me that say
we will not sit down for them to denigrate our game
me that say ɛno ɛyɛ akwasi asɛmpa
everyone ni adwuma say your league na ho beti omo say omo ni sika kra be den yebedi say your company dey bram use Ashanti traditional calendar meboa company dey bram use Ashanti traditional calendar
yes
say Ashanti na 40 days right
yes
ebi we timi kokra come to the next month of the Ashanti traditional calendar
yes
but still na say workers no omo ko adwuma ko ye
of course
omo decide say everything as can be by omo ye omo ye pepepepe
yes
say na referee so ajati mi so me ye adwuma no
so omo nye ni
pepepe May 9th May muse ya na May 9th see ye and no put there that one I won't say referee
I don't know what threatening as a what threatening
me see omo nti ni ye say the bibia nko see because bibia league no do no teams me see Gold Stars any Karela person avoid relegation Gold Stars person win referee uko ye mistake a ye mpene ma has no kotoko so win league what I say the target ni say avoid relegation to or person avoid relegation in don't see the near break untumi ko robi obi a game ni mu there are other games the omo ko di ne fenchirem otherwise me in my books all of them I'm going to give me a crank for in my books referees my commission I'm going to give me a crank for so if they know and I'm going to be then I will say that they have paragraph 3 no then it means that they have carried it through
okay
say omo no go di match for one then it means that paragraph 2 now omo say
inducement
say yes it is ample grounds
for inducement
you know omo say non-payment of the allowances no ample grounds for inducement which yes ample grounds
but almost say they
for inducement
they abhor
they say they are void they are void they say they are void
enya kasa on person
they are void but it is ample grounds for inducement maybe
Chemo, Charlie, he hold me down, and I'll forever be grateful. You know, say since you show me to soccer bet, I dey see grains. Talking of good cash out, fast payout, high odds, and total odds accumulation, bro. It dey go on for this side. Charlie, that be high for day. I be you know that, bro. Soccer bet they do the most. Then my interface they catch me. Smooth navigation and easy access to all the sports games through any virtual games you choose.
SoccerBet has all you need as a punter. High odds on pre-games, live games and interesting virtual games to instant virtual games as well. Don't be left out on all of this. It's a good thing you join the fun side. Make the right choice today and enjoy all the goodies that comes with betting with SoccerBet. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Ope Phrygia, Jody Besham be a babo by Nelson and Chew in Namkania. And how and no one high sense. Na high energy efficiency standard for anyone's chassis. And no stress, a coolie pa and saying in Amkania. Na banefeswa, we dead there. Every single door effect. Side by side, I must swore. Any cross door, you know. High sense were Phrygia, Senna Patawo. Mitred you hear me at the mouth. Say yo vegetables, or drinks, one nam, the Wadiamanakano. High sense long lasting cooling, and Mania fresh at Bribia. A 28 April, a copy 8 May, a high sense refrigerator promo. So high sense fridge, never fear your gum. High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Why go? Massa, St. Andrews has a bubu wayek machine biomo. Have you heard yet? A buta
7 A's, 6 A's, and 5 A's no abruso.
NTC so better forms I was St. Andrews SHS. The results nibi na chance.
Afiwe, ye the 999 candidates and a quatrain, emu 997 and a qualify ye ko university.
Wow, wait ye a bro again and entias yeso.
And on to Sawako school be a co felipoto.
A money how cry.
For any St. Andrews SHS. Say St. Andrews, Ebi Aquenya, Amo form 3.
Entima own yeha, never found forms. Natural was see May June exams ni be a fearbe.
Entima Saquenya Wempa, Fisami Huyanka, Nakachi.
Entifresisia, Najo SHS 3, admission forms
0244 6969 08111.
Ana 0207 891004. St. Andrews SHS.
We are always
In the lead.
Ejadem. What is a new Chagudiana and Sansasiraku? Equiapim this year, what Nase? What the year too far, Ediako Amanone or him Ponsasiraku, Kwaku and San Albright. Mamma mia to Talemadosta. Vim Yazo. Yet. Shukura Fonina and then the Chas Chaskele Crucia the powers any Alan Green powers in Nana Kabum Michia Alan and Nano Pay Alan Green the researcher Kwaku answer Albright Saseku Vimno Hana Hopa Nimpevimono Sanko na sambre bi vim no wo ana vim wo hopa mama mia yenko som happy 98.9 FM yempetu enkotwa bode ameto kwanchen ama sebe aboa potokura emedi enosrade kwa wa brɛn nam tino dan nsɛm safata a editia yetie fo bedie ebetie na efempo no akɔ muziki zagemu na samboa esisu gyina isa store happy na one sports station no ɛno na brane ne akruche ne kama adigu krata so ebedwedwamo ade mayere tiefo sɛne ɔten ɛne ɔtema ɛkɔ manponten ahia man krantintin bi enti no entampa so onim sɛ happy fm de ɛyɛ sports station ntianei disciplines ne na yimu kakra yababedwedwamo ade ama ɔkrate asefo bi a na pay otie entampa so yɛnhyɛ nsɛm na sɛ ɛwɔ Europa League unim sɛ semi-finals ni mo ɛne yɛwura ɛnyɛ fɛdi agorɔ ɛntra ɛwɔ San Mamés no pɛrɛ ni bɛhwɛ nipa ne nyina nkɛmfoɔ no game no ba na wie no na Manchester United ɔse once United always United akyekyere karo mmiɛnsa ɛde agu Athletic Club Bilbao fo atenema ɔmo nso ɛntimi ɛnsima gyei ɛna no pɛyi Prince Obiba Poakwa Brown anymore sedia and ono na send pictures I had best stories no call he say hey Prince Angaza and I send pictures so to Musampa then ya tie papa Casemiro at what around the 30th minute mark Bruno Fernandes 37th and 45th minute mark ototun tranu mieno ade gumu kama adema Manchester United bobo kono Danny Vivian in a red card in that particular game na Kayana Shannon say Inaki Williams also bought 87 minutes, solid minutes pa. And Adema Aya Bobo Kwa, Jeffren Athletic Club Bilbao. Na Obiba effect no hana, effect no. Piatum na do na hu Kwaya United afa so a year Aya Athletic Club Bilbao for Wejuma.
It's not a bad ball in either towards. Why not beat him twice when you can? It's a great cross. It's a great chance. It's 1-0 to Manchester United. And it's finished off quite brilliantly by Casemiro. But what about the twisting and turning from Harry Maguire?
Wow, Harry Maguire, the win in the 5-4. Played as a centre forward there.
I'll tell you what, Masraoui, that's a wonderful ball. I'm telling you what. He's screaming for a penalty, Hoyland. He said he was being pulled, I think, by Vivian. The more you see it, penalty.
Could it be?
Perfect penalty from Bruno Fernandes, who said, calm yourselves down, everybody. I was never going to miss that. And Manchester United lead 2-0. 6 goals in the Europa League this season for Bruno Fernandes. And they're crestfallen inside the stadium. And almost squeezed it through to do something. Bruno Fernandes is in. This is number 3. Bruno Fernandes. 2 on the night for the Manchester United captain. 3 goals before half-time. The Athletic Bilbao supporters stunned. The Manchester United fans ecstatic. And they've just taken a giant stride towards the Europa League final. What a 45 minutes for Manchester United.
What a 45 minutes for Manchester United. Not just a 45 minutes, but and I'm the game no cry. Bibia Echo so kama. Ruben Amorim in the Manchester United team now as manager. And you be saying said then cry and a resource by no. I'm an Niaje on a resource ne koye papa and Manchester United or so almost struggle kakra a bit. Our first half no Asasiano no more struggle kakra, but I say Casemiro go no share no and if you put a red card no so as a sad game no at the Manchester United bobokoro no see enya yo second leg no baso na omonso eberema red card bi betimi apiemu amana sesa the dynamics of the game into omani wo second leg no ho a omo hwa abo ase qualification no ebetimi aba.
I think the result is really good, but we have to understand the result also. At the same time, we struggle a lot in the beginning, and then the goal from Casemiro and the send-off changed the game. But that is a good thing. With a little bit luck, but we managed to keep us in the game, and then any game can change with one situation. I think we had opportunities to score one more. This is not done. They can do the same thing in Old Trafford because they are really strong. They are really intense. And one send-off can happen in our stadium, so we need to be prepared.
And then Kaka Ruben Amorim and so editu Jan no pay your ball not baby out here biano so what did ya corner nearby the crack and be son is game na United boy na Sasha no utimi set na players ni be nervous and popo kakra na players no say no crack and no crack experience of Casemiro and Bruno boy mu ye pa na mom the first 15-20 minutes no na utimi se stadium ambiance ne de wa jamani momumeni dede no ekoso no utimi se ampa na players ni bebre ho no ma na ehu atom so ye papa no se ugate crampa our experience kakra no crampo no ono so na ehu ni bi abo no eho.
I think it's a good point. You can feel it, that especially in the beginning. Even players like Ugarte with a lot of experience, he was a little bit nervous. Patrick is a little bit nervous. So he's a semi-final. Of course, it's not Champions League, but it's European competition. So these kind of players like Casemiro, Harry, Bruno Fernandes help a lot.
Okay, and then Kaka Ruben Amorim and so editu Jana Bruno Fernandes yebisa and say Bruno coach Ruben Amorim said na ehu kakra esro ahapopo kakra na wo place no say no kre omura game no no omo di won come 3-4 days to the game say atmosphere no be bi foforo now so no munim say na be ko no elho na mom oro de to be very honest or can play na play fa ono sa no atmosphere bi say stadium bi say eno no to be the gen pay wa pa.
No, I don't think we were expecting that. You know, we knew that we've been saying that all week. That the time that the 3-4 days that we had to prepare the game, we said that, and even before the game, guys, the atmosphere is going to be bouncing. The guys are going to come to press us. They're going to try in the first 15-20 minutes. We just have to try to play on the ball to calm them down. When the ball goes out, we go a little bit slow, just like make the game a little bit slower for us in the first 15 minutes, and then it will come to us. Obviously, then we get the goal, we get the penalty, red card, and from there on we could score the third goal so quick. Then was brilliant to then just stay on the ball and knew that they won't press as much as we preferred, because I think if they press we could play through them. And as I said, we were a little bit slow on the ball, just like waiting for them to step up, but they wanted to keep this result like this to try to come back in the next game, and we need to be very aware of that.
And then Kaka Bruno Fernandes and so editu Jana be say 3-0 no score line we predict am say match way masa be ba for no omo ye bayra brajo sa o enya match a obetimi predict ne kwasa osoman predict na mom omo ye ne omo ekoye ede mo omo atmosphere ni bibia enso ebo omo e man kunimdie no e bai.
No, you can never predict a scoreline like that. Obviously, a very tough team. As you said, the atmosphere was unbelievable, crazy. You never thought. I knew that they were very passionate by the club and everything, but never thought it was like this. It was very good, but I love these atmospheres. I love to play in these kind of stadiums. It's very good. And obviously, as you said, the result for us is unbelievable. We could in the first half get that result, and then in the second half control the game. Which I think we should push a little bit more into that second half, be a little bit quick on the ball to go forward. But we control the game, and that is good.
Harry Maguire, yeah, I've been one of form. Or form, papa, until I read America said, some of Manchester United coach, I could never bought any more cry. Now, I've been one of Nancy, papa, near beside said, couldn't be an echo saying, oh no, say first 20 minutes, no, difficult at the moment. Now, so Ninian came from me by every winning game, no, now, so we 1 or 2 errors be, Nina, atmosphere. Bilbao for at the moment, and mom hope kakra in the game.
In the first 20 minutes was difficult. The crowd was super loud. The intensity was high. They come after us. We made a few errors. We looked a little bit nervous at times in the first 20 minutes. But I thought the lads grew into the game really well, and we weathered the storm. And we knew we'd get our chances. And we was really clinical in that first half. So really pleasing to go to Old Trafford. Listen, the tie's not done. We'll be focused. We'll be ready at Old Trafford next Thursday for the second leg. And I'm sure Old Trafford will be like this place.
Okay, and another kaka, Brandt and Harry Maguire, and so after the game. Nene, Abema, your friend Bruno Fernandes will hear Basropa, which Europa League all-time top scorers now. We'll hear Basropa Papa, Abeda third, not a third joint top scorer. Europa League Nemo, and Osha Pierre-Emerick Francois Aubameyang was 34 goals. Europa League Nemo, Sansona Radama Fakao Zarate. 30 goals. Bruno Fernandes and 2 goals or share no previously no share 25 into 2 no share no Abuana Mane Grabasoro on Lukaku nyina or share 27 elho Arit Adores and so Asher 26 NFM Pono Alexandre Lacazette and so Asher 26 goals one man Jada one Sam Ate Emao and Dra Tottenham Hotspur Stadium no Bodo Glimt who say chrono Cronin in our population 42,000 but Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 62,000 capacity. Bodo Glimt Cronin in our campono or we never seen stadium why Nipano Craby Bessa Aka City Bebeka ho into obviously Tottenham Hotspur Echeno Echan Academy and Sa Momutimi Etimu Bako Eho Bernard Johnson Etwatna on the first minute mark not just a 39 seconds cry and a Bewano Etumi also at Nature Bodo Glimt for say Omania Brie Papa James Madison Edebako Epesom Dominic Solanke and so Enya Kushinino third goal no Edema Tottenham Hotspur Ulrich Saltness in Chenano or Tumude at the Karabako Edema Bodo Glimt for no Angie Posti Koglu manager Edema Tottenham Hotspur Bobokono on also Ekasai after the game or say scoreline there Akoye Edi Amomo Papa say 2 legs no and they omujina very good position so betting qualify Edi Ramo the grand finale no see team no na omujina nice ye papa no ye well organized discipline so now defensively omen jeja mo kra na o say the end of game no kra say omo ko ani ma attack a omo ye very calm and if no pressure no so omujina so ye papa so jano edigu Bodo Glimt for so.
Yeah, I think this is in a good position. All the players were outstanding today. I thought our performance was everything it needed to be. Really well organised and disciplined defensively. Really calm going forward and creating good opportunities for ourselves and maintaining pressure. And obviously they scored the goal late, which doesn't, I think, reflect our dominance in the game. But if we repeat that performance next week, and it'll be enough for us to get through.
Pedro Porro and so products of Air Sporting Lisboa. Na chese ene ononso ewura mu kama e Tottenham Hotspur ononso kasa kakra o se se ne ura games we mu na fempono nya sa early goal na eboa on settle the opponent team nti eno eboa team ni ye pa ene yesanto aso bisa ne se ene ye hu se okono anima no we tebri ball no wa cross action then influences that decision no coach na catcher no so Aya clear, Bobo. Now we 2 attackers are good in the air, in the person of Dominic Solanke, and if Richarlison, and Pempino, a best Safata, and who be here, so Bobo a lot of crosses at Yakum.
I think it's good for the team. It's important to start the game very well. And it's very happy for the score, the first goal in 1 minute in the game. And it's important. When you have these players in the pitch, no, in the big striker in the area, it's important you push the ball there. And Dom, Richie is incredible job today. And this is for me, my opinion is when you have 2 strikers into the box, it's important to push the cross there.
Yes, Sane Akofambe 5,000 kilometers. Mefempono Yatia Tomu Conference League if you say and Chelsea or Marco Wie or many Jagatin Chelsea kwa away and omni game na koshisha so game ne banner na Chelsea achechere kano and 9 edi good Jagatin for tinama omonso etimi etimu bako Nicholas Jackson Ebo Brace Jaden Malik Sancho eto atena Noni Madueke and so edebako epeso Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea team no or see team no much share plan omni call game no say first half no on about different approach nefem for the second half na ko end so on about different approach and the ball no see in the game against Ligia was on omo kwa we echo win 3-0 omo ba home no omo fa game no fall Friday now so in ama ejom nsem elho this time around on sharp was second leg no so on approaching with a lot of seriousness.
First of all, very happy with the result, with the performance. It's European competition semi-final, so it's very important. Again, we plan the game in one way at the beginning and to finish in different way. I think that the performance for 1 hour, 70 minutes was a good performance. Then we dropped a little bit the last 15, 20 minutes, probably because we were 0-3, 0-4. But that showed that we cannot allow ourselves to drop because it's always complicated. And yeah, the message is that against Warsaw away, we won 0-3, and then at home we struggle. So it's a good experience. And for sure, the next leg at home, we're gonna finish our job and hopefully we can reach the final.
Betis Belompe and so Fiorentina upon Academy no Timo Bako Abdel Zazuli and Pempis and who are branch Diana Mira Huama Banye and a Banye who call Switzerland yet not under 21 a Banye Anthony and so it's me I was what now Luca Ranieri at the Canon Bako Edema Fiorentina now Yantin Tomo El Mutua Madrid Opino a ATP 1000 Masters na a so tintia and your Fediagro a Mamma Femino your gramo our quarterfinals and a Brima qualify Eddie Remo our semi-final say and a quarterfinal results in the Akoye Kaspar Root every Norway or award number 15 on it Daniel Medvedev from Russia ward number 10 Eddie Brenny a Korea 6-3 7-5 in favor of Kaspar Ruda and on also Remo out the semi-final Francisco Cherendolo every Argentina or award number 21 on it Jakub Mensik and a so of the Czech Republic ward number 23 a Korea 3-6 7-6 6-2 in favor of Francisco Cherendolo and on also Etimi Ebunakete Marco Remo out the semi-final Jack Draper if Great Britain or award number 6 on him Matthew Arnaldi Abemawe and a Novak Djokovic a Jen Wejuma or award number 44 a Korea first set no na 6-love second set no so a Korea 6-4 into 6-love 6-4 in favor of Jack Draper on also Etimi Remo out the semi-finals Lorenzo Mozzetti every Italy or award number 11 on it Gabriel Diallo from Canada ward number 78 a Korea 2 straight set victory for Lorenzo Mozzetti and a on 6-4 6-3 and a on also Etimi Remo out the semi-final saying a semi-final pair no Esifa Etie Elho Francisco Cerundolo and a Kaspar Ruud and a Debe Brenny Jack the Draper and a Lorenzo Mozzetti and so at the Bashisha so Uremo Mayona Fema and a semi-final and Andra Ekoso Coco Golf if USA or a one number 4 on the Igas 1 tech from Poland and a Deshisha so the Korea 6-1 in favor of Coco Golfer on also Etimi Remo out the grand finale na after sen kunibie no ebano Coco Golf ekasa or see game no mo boy no or feeling so good our court no mo or see bibia koye especially near yen depa our game no mo aye kwan of fast so serve na or see Igas 1 tech no I say Endra any day or poor tennis Endra.
Yeah, honestly, today I just felt good out there on the court, and the last few matches, even though like my first round started off tough, I think it made me match ready for today. And you know, maybe it wasn't her best tennis, but I think for me, I'm really happy with how I served today. And then off the ground, I felt like, I don't know, I just felt good out there.
We and Sama Coco Coffin so attitude try a boy and pay now one so what to be live on Happy 98.9 FM in the other semi-final game no Arena Sabalenka every Belarus or one number 1 on it Elena Svitolina from Ukraine and the boy one number 17 ewo eye Lakaha di Magica na chesenya fe di agro obiba endra na fans e kopie mo budget so say baby e si akan kwa yensesa di no na yefre Lakaha di Sabalenka na je say mo born in pewa we game number 24 Arena Sabalenka etimi arini Madrid Chrome ho inti do na ebochi no so ekowie 6375 ho na ebisa arena se time na do na abo na mpe wa se yeri name stadium no senkra no ka de afa no se on de onim se horum the stadium Sabalenka.
Well, let's ask people what they think. If they think it's we should do that, we should do that then. But honestly, yeah, guys, thank you so much for the atmosphere you bring every time you come here. It's really enjoyable playing in front of you, and yeah, I really love the stadium. In my heart, this is called Sabalenka Stadium, so I think it.
We Kakra Arena Sabalenka enso editu dwa wa cheche mu kama ere ama etiefo nyina obi ba yebegina we so na yede ama no nsem no si
ente kwaku ansan all bright na wote ne nka no ma ye dane ye ho ye ba ye dane ye ho sima mienu ye ba ye beto adwumadi ni so aha eye happy 98.9 FM ye happy sports train ye ba
Charlie, today be my lucky day. I just download the Betika app for Google Play Store where I do some small deposits. No, boom, Betika dash me 100% free bet today beeper. So me, I place my bet sharp. I no go do. As in, so make you no slack. Download the Betika app now and grab your free bet. Remember, terms and conditions apply.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below age 18. Gaming can be addictive.
When I get home and want something quick to chop, everything there inside, groundnuts, milk and sugar. I only need some water, so kiss made easy. Kivo carry me, Kivo carry me for your office. Boarding house, Kivo carry everything there inside, groundnuts, milk and sugar. I only
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more Super. And the Polytank we did. Polytank, papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Always the best.
2025 Salah Food Fest. Fadama Zango, Alajo Zango, Mamo Bizango, Kaswa Zango, Nima Zango, Ashaiman Zango, Achimota, Medina, and Sabun Zango. Why and was in a bian ede? Pomodia, Munkamu Mumwe, Namumra Happy 98.9 FM. Our Asylum down. Number 4 registration forms. Namum Famuhusha 2025 Salah Food Fest, the biggest interzongo cooking competition. Mamikao, Sejumedi, Chedi Trente, Akakrakapa, and a Kahon. Everything say home appliances, electrical gadgets, and a whooping cash. Right. Now, Brabba Chesed Yon Sanu Etimibo, and Mata Cherema just say 2025 Solar Fest, your Zongo Fit Cook, Brother Betre, Happy Affair, named the Happy Affair, and Nijan Kwan. So Pentre Mubia, on the unafraid phone me 0542 019 643.
Aha, eye happy 98.9 FM. Happy Sports and our son Egusua. Utie ene eye fiada anopa. Ene eye fiada anopa. Kwaku ansan Albright and out say ode amanonin semono ebre wono otie Manchester United enra omone eye Inaki Williams ne Athletic Club de Bilbao it's the Buenia or Sama Mess nene de ko de inimse unim dida eye 3-0 and Manchester United eshe Bruno Fernandes eshe Breeze ewo ho ena Casemiro nso ede baako eka ho a at the end of 90 plus 4 minutes no game no end day 3-0 in favor of Manchester United or away team no ye behwe ho asema kan ene Jesse aba na last week oba no ka so we bedru ene de na Liverpool champions of England ampa ene Liverpool champions of England said your kind no it was a season na misusu senka ebia Arsenal betimi abone homodin but Arsenal ntimi abone homodin te said ye mfie ba miensen omo ya amene Liverpool awini league no Premier League no ebeto aso nene ye focus baby ebehwe no say Arsenal they were the second da until now the third, fourth, fifth no between Manchester City, Newcastle United, Nottingham Forest and afi Chelsea. Shannon so said the European competitions no no any said the coefficient no no or the obedi fit crab to me about Champions League and I said the obedi fit Premier League no no about Champions League a few win and penifo atenase akwasi asempa ha Jesse wa ha Sabria me who said the billionaire journalist ono nso aba betena ha concussion bia ono masempa hwewachi concussion bia ekuta the billionaire journalist na enye concussion ketwa Kwame Jumo Agyeman so
concession ani o ma ye hurudu
eka benya de no otu anu simi so dudu a journalist endo na adwuma me frɛ no no boy adwuma nti dudu na ya ono na
no boy adwuma ben
no boy adwuma
o very better
because minimum say Kwame o dante minimum say time no wada
no die I spoke to you around 8 almost 8:30
sir yes. Normally mean disturbing no that time no because minimum say ya no wada say time
but they no yen na
nenye na de
okay we video call
I think say Kwame vindicate asempo say dudu next Friday dudu na mo no ma okuta bi Kwame so ba ono nso kuta bi Jesse bag yesi we yenim de wo
on the goose egumu
him bibia ni
na ama for green and white letter I come from me do day
Happy
yes document reader
asemba Kwame watch no ene ne smoke ne ko kama
so a billionaire
journalist
billionaire journalist
issue no person obo am
you are the only
morning show host
yes
morning show host
who can you political morning show host
osan electric
be a political morning show host
boboni profile ni na ma
osan electric
morning show host
okay
osan yes TV sports host
okay
osan so ye senior lecturer
yes
senior lecturer
Ewa bodin Accra Technical University
senior lecturer
AUCC yes
na Pentecost
Pentecost we jai
so no
onya
that's a lecturer Pentecost University in fact
a joint lecturer
my wife na dafo pa no oye me small girl was xylophone
small girl saying
no obey internship near there okay. I think she was either one of the maid of honors or so
me pacho men ka say Kwame ko kira dey o Pentecost University no kushia na yere ho I'm not sure say sana person
sana maker
yes
okay enti
sana maker na why dem slow say maker no
say everybody dey chop for your website
of course
to quote chairman general
but an American investor anka honda so nchira de ohobi say wa kochira de ona obi a wo chire na de wa
why you
what is
the problem
wife aware
enya oni na
wo colleague wo ye wakora
asempa na you
wo wakora wo ne juma wo na
wo jera de o chire ware wa
obi a na ba se chire juma
that time na asempa no nyina ni je ho
Messi obi a na ba me dey nukre na
say minimum taste
but the thing is that before I go to bibi ho no me hear inquiries
so you inquiries na
who dey ko na me busa na me no boss
dey 98.9
o titi cheme ade a no wa fare
on cry dey kan
we pacho ma me issue disclaimer me yire menimu na ansana me ne ko shia ba bia asempa be to ye ho no
gani na bo anya me no sa project no me na minim one financial me da
because na be so be ho no because tamani e wa chire ho nyina e wo cap price ni nyina na menimu ne deda
sa
yes 2013 a yeshia ya ne yes our project no wo cap price asempa Jesse so me no you 204 ni abedu ha ni ho
now
2004 and abenu Jesse ni abedu ha
Jesse you cry Jesse 20 years
to presbyana
yes
na niama
nso sa
2004
yes
oh niama no nim since 2005
me niama any Jesse nyina any Godfred akotobu afumu nyina free 2 for president here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Meaning Miyama 2005.
Hey, Godfred
Dr. Godfred akotobu afumu.
Na me adoma Sunday and birthday.
98.
Yes. Yeah, man, I would have papa.
Yes.
And then so yeah, Collins. Oh, but of to
and then your sports minister birthday. Yes. And then honorable Kofi Idi Adams birthday and then sports minister.
Me bonds no.
Sports minister.
No, me special power.
Director General Edema National Sport Authority and the by Uriah Ampofuankra.
Oh, okay.
And the bar and
man, I would have papa.
A sports minister.
Answer why?
Uncle Nungu Tuamuka.
Okay.
Minister.
No. Usi Liverpool winning Tianya Modern. And Udia akwasi Udia hwehwe Liverpool
winning boss birthday.
Yes.
A very very
important.
A very very important because na any slot babe bano. Say when him say usually obi bana obe seti a certain record, and there is no doubt say Ejuma Jurgen Klopp there or Liverpool na a ni papa alongside with the trophies, any ni image, any the huge shoes are no a jato hono na wupo bia manaba be ya me kaipa say na yeni edi Xavi Alonso echi papa na man for GD say or a Liverpool legend now share Juma no abo Leverkusen na osefata say oba no ba ni diem no ba no be fa na otwa Ejuma pana na Jurgen Klopp asa ashase no nemum ekoba say Richard Hughes and then Michael Edwards they had a different idea altogether. Kokofa and his slot basically an unknown quantity. In fact, a buyer base among foresee a Kokofa average coach. A buyer base empo na ebinum de Juma Ten Hag every year of Manchester United to say and his slot a banner Ten Hag crowd no cry Ajax a Juma fun away of Manchester United no a tre say a bibia a betre say a bia and his slot by Liverpool no. In fact, a binum koya kofa Van How a Juma or buy a car say ni black book now or church woman or kwa or the share ni portmanteau mu de koye no Manchester United and Sankano and no crab betre bim say and his slot will buy won't mean a Juma and his slot buy na me kai a Juma Jurgen Klopp a Tumano to prepare the way. I think that song is absolutely significant. Significant in the sense, say, usually also an institution being out here, Juma, you would rather want to protect your work. You said you are expecting here, you know. Samukai say all babe kono. Na Manchester United any Pep Guardiola echi. Na so Alex Ferguson. Ensan say no yes selfish. Na wo person protecting the humanity wo bapa suggest David Moyes. Na David Moyes buy no be humanity trokan. Na I say Alex Ferguson still at the Juma. Still Manchester United fans be GD say Alex Ferguson Juma no be any nyina no da so dim ebinum mpo kase senkene o wa hodi an ko be prefer so ba be Juma ma. David Jurgen Klopp dey wan dream sir. Bonu no dream say o pe obi a obeba no ba be fa Liverpool no dia ko nanim enu nti no otonwo ma no Emma eye kama or prepare we no enti and it's not better than us no pre-season no aso United mu no abono pre-season no aso Arsenal mu no abono pre-season wo bomu nyina I'm sure we crocodile the John pre-season no ababe enti we yen fa league ni chance ye di league ni chance ye no awo the first 5 matches we win 4 na I say we yen hwe na November we I'm say Liverpool somewhere e bi da enim say Christmas crowd mo that top am lusu na asempa no mu keka mu nsem mbeka Still na papa ne bo adwuma. Obo adwuma de aba besi say. And then 4 matches to spare. 4 matches. 4 matches to spare. We win the league. Na English media no. NPP coaches be free outside ball league no na say. Ti say Pep buy ya in the first season we hu anu. Utwa mu twa ball no a. And a Pep o free Germany no aba. And afi no aba be hu ne size. Sa o mu de Ten Hag. And then Anislo
Happy FM 98.9.
Waba be for Team Papa. Team Papa they won't say adie friend say Team Papa they be fa. Aduma nko na o de be bo. Enti Anislo buy in the first time of asking. Waje trophy. Waje trophy bia they can say Premier League. Afi Premier League no so a oji no. Previous time at Liverpool G almost say COVID. Na Liverpool dey me hu dey aya manfo. Tembia eba be G League na manfo won say Mombeka. We cry aji with 4 matches to spare. A manfo ka say oh na City are you weak. Arsenal went to me and top striker. Other competitors to say I mean say everybody wants to discredit what Liverpool has done. How can fair-minded, objective people decide to discredit what has been done?
Ade wana kan bibi. League we amoji so bianca ho hwe ana.
Oh, I'm for gusu kaka. Omo kasa. Say Manchester United Man City no are you weak. In fact, every man can say Pep ni marital issues no wonya no quarantine am an to me and compete this year. Insembebre na man for kaka. So na me de say ade ba ko mani jini say Liverpool at long last one more G League in front of their fans. The boy do they deserve it. Bakuna one more G no.
Send there no be any ho.
No be any ho. Now what I mean they did it in grand style. Me sure say Arsenal for no money aje pa. Only be no money aje.
Adenti.
Let's share Tottenham 5-1. And they are the J Cup. No money aje. Tottenham for no money aje pa say share 5-1. And it say na omo pese Arsenal for no who say o ball ho modern betumi aje league. Na enyo mo na no mo ba be sell Liverpool party. To mo be omo mo ho kwan.
9.
And my the 5 goals. And you the shame. And
mudi shame.
Aye. You the gunet no. You the gumu papa. And you come. Na way Liverpool for chere biem. Say wo fans no, wo mu nim say the Jacob pa. Ye hu City no ma Jacob. Ye hu Arsenal you can say Chelsea or ma Jacob. Na wo share Anfield. Na the way who na ye red. Na proud to match Nankasa. Fans are bottom pim. Echo Stadium ho. Ne kama. Ade na FSC. Say team bi nim cap jiten team bi. Say Premier League no. Say etumi ka Anfield. Okay. Because Anfield Liverpool for no match. So woman nim cap jipa. Na ade ba ko personally. Many a Japan say me ba be ka story we. Time Dr. Banyo akwo Royal Bank no. Me kokko sran. Nana Madam Fubako Kofiko dia Sapon. Dr. Keke Sapon Babako. Or you meet on fans film. Me call office wo. Na at that time so na kid. Oh sorry. Keke Sapon that's Kofiko dia Sapon. Ono so ye juma Royal Bank. And I nyina yeti Dr. Banyo ko office. And obisa me question bi.
Papa Nankasa.
Debi Nebano.
Okay.
Obisa me question bi. O see Dr. Banyo ko de otiase didn't you support Liverpool because 80s no GBB. Na me a dena e pusu me ma me support Liverpool because Liverpool time me sha say me support no mo Jacob. Me yapa.
Sa question.
Especially sa question me yapa. Na kid.
How did you answer the question?
That's what how I answered the question was that
Mamba Liverpool because of Cup. Basically, I saw the latter part of John Barnes and how, they played. It just appealed to my eyes.
Okay.
And I'm here say club with you.
Best support. Okay.
Minti say ebinuma omo buy ya.
Yes, our money here Manchester United for.
Enya no creda.
Okay.
The two boys, there's no one best supporting Manchester United. Kameje will be 2 fees here. But say ene obi too many Kofi Koduasapon kid. Say the CEO and founder of Sapon Capital. Obi too many no. Say ene Jesse Kofi Amposati Happy FM catch and say woman mommy Liverpool and mommy the reason why I must keep supporting them. And I will keep supporting them. I will keep loving them.
Okay,
1 minute. I'm sorry.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Now 1 minute. The time ni no Yenkofa Luka kakra mfemra.
Say Obia Premier League we hu asem am mbas na di mu bia. Say Obia
it was a 2-horse race.
No, it was never. When did it become a 2-horse race?
Na samuna na mu di Liverpool echi.
When?
It was Arsenal and that Liverpool till season 9.
From when? Have you followed Arsenal's trajectory in this season? You started league new. We were never in contention.
But you are expected to win. Most of your performance last season, you were expected to compete.
Jesse, me 12
United
and now they can't do the
second. After we know, after Ferguson, it's not be the second.
Yeah, second me no.
Wait to maintain. Wait to maintain.
There be.
Has somebody crucified you for that?
No.
Me see this season, we have not been great. Liverpool, Bono, Mabono. And you see, that's the point where Prof himself is not getting. They have not been poor. In fact, Liverpool, every number 4 games now can do amass 94 points. In the last 20 years, how many clubs have been able to amass 94 points in the Premier League? Chelsea and then Manchester City. In the year, 1 point.
No, Liverpool 97 pen. And a City did 98 AJ.
Liverpool they be 94-93. 94-93.
No.
Oh, Liverpool.
Okay.
Liverpool or the how many or the
make count the season before Corona.
No, the 94-93.
Yeah,
94-93. I know that for a fact. 94-93.
And I record Champions League.
And 94-93. So I'm saying that Liverpool we know 4 games now can now. 94 points, right? 94 points. Because they 82 points. Some we need for 12 plus 82 no be 94 points. That would be a great performance.
Happy FM.
In Liverpool, let's not make it look as if say Liverpool have not been great and the other teams have not been great. That's why Liverpool have won the league. The whole season, Liverpool lose twice per the whole season. They've lost only twice. They hardly draw points even if they don't play well. Into more that credit, not because some clubs have been and Arsenal and just if you need to take this league, because that's 95 points or so to win the league. It's not easy. Yes, that's the reality. Arsenal now on 90 points. That means Liverpool will be 94 points, and I believe they are going to win their last 4 games. So please, my year money look as if Liverpool have been poor and a BI point on winning league. Liverpool have been extremely good. So winning the league with 4 games to spare, it's no fluke. Moreover, Team BR over and you see Team BR over England in there. And now over the situation as now woman then there's no way can even be second. Team BR and I'm going to give you just 1 minute. Team BR over problem as now woman here. What mean put the second? Arsenal started season. You're going international September now. The captain prior the guard prior. He was out for 2 months.
Okay.
I have it.
It happens to every club.
But I'm giving the magnitude. So I'm giving the magnitude of players. I'm prior.
Okay.
Your top players, your captain is pra. So United, boom with pra. We Van Dijk is pra. That is the 2 months. Then because Saka goes for 4 months. Salah got 4 months. Then you have your best defense, Gabriel. Akko, season now, he is going off. Into the Mama Van Dijk view, maybe I'm saying the Konate Awono. rest of the season. O top scorer at the time, Kai Havertz, we pray rest of the season, only available. Unto the no situation, Ebia in the Gakpo and now Diaz.
Maybe Diogo Jota will pry.
I'm not talking about.
Hey, what are you talking about?
How many games does he start? I'm talking of how many games does he start.
He's my main striker. What are you saying?
He's my main striker. I said Jota Bebo ahead of Nunes.
Absolutely.
Are you telling me that Jota is more than Gakpo? Is that what you're telling me?
But Gakpo is not my striker.
No, are you telling me that he has played more than Gakpo or Diaz?
No, front three
for Liverpool.
What is front three?
Diaz, Gakpo, Salah.
No.
Twice.
No,
just Emmanuel.
Most of the games.
What they call?
All these players, Epra, Arsenal, Martinelli, Epra. No, so all our best players. Everyone is saying, who didn't get injured in the Arsenal team?
Hey, Saliba and Epra.
Saliba, the people have stayed fit this season. Even at the point you got injured. Saliba, the person will stay fit throughout the season. Thomas Partey. Partey is the only Arsenal player who stay fit throughout the season. And your players don't come 1 week, 2 weeks. Lengthy injuries. So Odegaard go 2 weeks. Since Odegaard buy, Odegaard they crash and hold on the ball. But for him, we have to rush him back. In there, Saka got 4 months. Gabriel got Havertz got Obiako.
Injury is part of the game.
It's part of the game. But I'm saying that if I'm naming 4 of your players, the season.
My number 1 goalkeeper went.
Asempafu anusina yenko na yemra.
Number 1 goalkeeper went.
So please. Prof. Moma Arsenal, my Yaswonju yen.
Yo ya.
Say
eno ena
you failed to win the league because you didn't buy a striker. After the striker reasons no way.
Ira. Me enko break ye ba. You enko break ye ba.
The next season, you best start you.
Ye be Lucas kakra na afi ya ba betranse ne the discussions no aba. Hyene so. Say Kwame Jumo Ajiman ewa ha. Ye ba.
No, you Arsenal fan.
Ina.
Kwame.
Oh, there we.
Hey, since when?
Uber England or Arsenal fan. Ni main team pa e Barca. Ba Uber England pa.
And Kwame Dia.
What do you see? Arsenal fan.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa. Nanso, wo sike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, won mo a wonim dwumadi no. Etumi dima wo e wo bra wode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se wo di dwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Frey. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Frey. Documentaries, frey. Photography, any live streaming. Se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frey. Why nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Frey. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, Frey, short and long film, Frey. Yetete phone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Ope Phrygia, Jody Besham bia bebo ho ban, nanso antwe wanyinam kanea. How and no one high sense na high energy efficiency standard for anyone sa chassis and no trese e kuli pa and say yinam kania na banefesoa we did there every single door efe side by side I must so any cross door nyina high sense wo fridge sene fatawo me change wo hia ni bi e de maw say your vegetables or drinks wo nam de wadi amonaka high sense long lasting cooling no e manaya fresh abribia e 28 April e copy 8 May e high sense refrigerator promo to high sense fridge never fear gum high sense everyday prices for everyday people.
Onuaba bema waware mu nsem te sen enyoma akoyi ana wo hu ano wabre ana wo ya paaba ana mpo se unnim obi a onene beka wasem ene me wasem de bi ma o every Saturday 12 April any Saturday bia from 6:30 p.m. ekopim 8 p.m. Shia Pastor Solomon Afari ene na pamfo a mo wonim die ewa aware mu nsem ɛwɔ Happy FM 98.9 a wɔde dwumadie a yɛato ne din Young and Married ɛde brɛw. Get practical advice, expert guidance, and real-life experiences ɛbɛboa wo ama wawareɛ ɛne wo relationship akɔ yie. Wawareɛ ɛbɛyɛ yie. Happy marriage, happy life.
The fantastic Joel Shen Atnase or the yen air co anaasɛ ɔmfa yɛ nkɔ ama no ne ɔde yɛn ɛreba ɛyɛ ɔman mu handsome na mmom asɛm bi a ne yɛka Alan Green the researcher the correction aba ɔse yie na mepɛ no 98-97 between City and Liverpool no ɛyɛ 2018-2019 City winning league no by 98 points ɛna Liverpool enya 97 points 2018-2019 Joe Yanko.
All right, in terms of never say if you say na say na me catch how say wo per fridge papa to ana no ane any high sense enkoto fridge bala bia na wo ye aduane ehyema na enkonko say na high sense fridges no mo e aba bonte no eno nko na meet the high energy efficiency air standard eno nti ko na kope wo fridge high sense no from the 8th of April to 8 May no that's a promotion here shall say and now we chum ekosi 8 of May no okwa high sense refrigerator air promo no ekoso air then there onso onsa ebetumi akawo de eno nti ope high sense akọ anase enquiry bia na obefre 0302550000 0302550000 high sense everyday prices for everyday air people. Now weekend way Ghana Premier League air games assign air bar mede air games in the air 2 air with them and then way game back ebeto dra Mediama Sporting Club on Vision FC and ebebo Sanso and a Saturday and a Sunday games way and ebeto dra Ediana Stars bebo brekum Chelsea Becher United and Legon Cities and ebebo Bibiane Go Stars betting a dance park on air Bobo Kwa friend Karela United and ebebo Heart of Lions bebo Samatex Nations FC Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex, Omani Accra Lions, Bebo, Young Apostles, Bebo Holy Stars, NFA, Kesena Basso, the Super Class, Accra Sports Stadium, 3 p.m. Pepe, and a game no Swa, also folk, any Asante Kotoko, Nebebo Nasa game no Basso, and a Kwame Opare Ado, Ono, and a Casa Edema House of Folk, Kotoko, so modo, Nemo, game way, gamer, or more share Nemo, so me to me as a show Sebre.
Omo and continue sa end so no it has to end at a point. Okay. Yentimi na say enya hwe han na da sa se kokuma se no magiko your bank no magiko oh yes, it's important to every good meaning has to say has of here to say I say religion no e ade a uwo mu a eno moja nyina afra otwe hu enyi obi betiba hwe ebi a ye betima bo match be hyew obi akotena fie as House of Folk supporter obi akotena fie as House of Folk look obi akotena se obetima frel obetima kanadwen akyerɛw onia atemdide be na owi ase obetimi owia na ne koma aba fom no bisa what is actually
na wajayana
but I mean team support to be enye du ekyire a bisa say chema de we ebufu na ba next match ye no ha na ebo
eno ene nsama Kwame Oparado editu dwa na otwem se House of Folk no yesa religion anisa yese house fans no beto ayampiasa na omuwia no mobisa no so Opare na next game crown say na yesa nkotie dia Opare no kase Sunday game no omode nkasa bebre na House de agro any form.
Last week, we said, handball league match. Yeah. It was an opportunity for Mr. Ouattara and the players. Yeah. Say, you be go through the continuous process of preparing for the big assignment against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You prepare way, and it comes with a lot of expectation. 98.9. Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now, Osan here say in the very past few matches, it has not gone the way as House of Folk support. supporters yɛbɛpɛ no nti ne yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ano sɛ ɛsɛ yɛtumi intensify whatever that we have to do sɛne bɛyɛ a yɛkɔpie mu nyankopɔn ma yɛ ahoɔden ne yɛkɔpie mu Accra Sports Stadium kwasiada we have to do all the talking on the pitch.
Kwame Oparado and our team car audience to draw and Asante got a former player Eric Donko and so you son say super classy wabo bida na a year memories bang and a war and a football bang and a year players Sunday omuko jinem no mesiakai.
I quite remember when we came to Accra when Seydou Bansi scored that goal in 20. That was my first Super Clash game. And that was my first Super Clash game for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And I quite remember around the 75th to 80th minute when they started singing, I was like, wow, just look at this. If you are not motivated or if you are not strong, this song can overcome you. But don't forget, we also have our song. Asante Kotoko, oh say, yeah. Asante Kotoko, yeah. Asante Kotoko, yeah.
Eno any senior Eric Donko o twanyom ewo ho a o kyeremu se o players no omo vim sa Sunday ebeye Lawrence Eja Tete enso a former player edima Accra House of Folk no nso ebo play no ena ebisa ne se moya tete se time na mo bo House of Folk no na mo ba bo games se ya mo kɔ New Town ho no edan ena mo kɔ ye ho
idea was just what any selection that I should be a company now address now now na bomb no happen any bomb near fire bomb near close to pass moving that na every year and Sunday by they are supposed to
Eno ene sama Lawrence Aja Tete two dwa na wonim say 2004 CAF Confederations Cup final Accra House of Folk ene Asante Kotoko boy no na Kotoko ase go bako na commentator commentary say ne Asante mabaya de kuma pema ba Kotoko ase go na mo enkrofo na nya kona ama kwamreku ye enkrofo na teka eno ene commentary ekoso Kumasi na Eja Tete na ebisa no say na take kano kwa no na etise ma
after any configuration no born it's like I said bishop for the we can say no papa come here no no but you say it's that na we win papa sorry contribution am ko for your mo okay football who say na in America say you say come that game next time we are go
Eno ene sama Lawrence Aja Tete two na me se commentary ne so sade no commentator ne say na aka be 3 minutes ma yapon commentator ne say enda Asante ma be de Kotoko ahye Accra House of Folk eka ba ko muntumi nteye otumfo ani age ne mo enkrofo na nya kona ama kwamreku we kogina bonus we pagya mu ye enkrofo na teka briti abo na commentator no say Lawrence Eja Tete ateka no e de ama Accra House of Folk na say all your emotional commentary sa no eno ti Eja Tete and all relive the memories of scoring in the final against Bobokwa your friend no Asante Kotoko na abrantie a your friend no Bernard Atta ono enkane no si akan edema Accra House of Folk Liberty Professionals and so abrantie esi akan de bomo and ono ye bisa ne say life in Ghana as a footballer no na etise abrantie HM say edu maybe ebra na obo Ghana Premier League no abrabomu ebeye de man.
Okay, I had that thought but I think not time me go Ghana no. Yeah. And you know frustrating and stuff like that. Me on me baby na me kono me share me lose me bibia. Na me baby dying like it was very difficult moment. But na me will liberty of that time. Yeah, so difficult to feed and the girl better all that down for now that and going to training as well. So I thought it's why it's not giving any at the moment. So why don't I find something to do and stuff like that? But I never give up. I think that was the reason why I never gave up on the game.
Because I was turning point in that period, that low period.
Abantia no ye sai bisa no say na edan ene ba ya e ma no call square one na sabi baby a obeda kwa no onya ebinda na nchemu wei ene Bernard Atta edit udwa.
That was like who feel now wako beach about like wako if you know beach about now I felt a to feel now uban ubi like everything that you started life with, everything is gone, and what you were wearing at that moment is the only thing that you had, and no support came from anywhere. So imagine nobody was giving you when you were in the club, nobody was like yeah, but it doesn't come regular, and when you even say wabana one machine now work out problem, nobody mind you, if you
ɛno ɛne nsɛm a Bernard Atra ɛde to dwa ana abranteɛ baako si akan ɛde ma ɛyɛ bobo kwa yɛfrɛ no Port City kodwa Samoa ɛna ebisa sɛ Division 1 no yɛatete sɛ ɛkɔm wɔ mu yie papapapapa ne mo abranteɛ nse Port City deɛ mpanifo ɔmo hyɛ ɔmo yie na sɛnea Port City ɛhyɛ ɔmo yie no koraa no Ghana Premier League clubs ni bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo ntumi ɛnyɛ.
Oh, Met Magazine Premier League in Campo, come over, be by 40 at the Muslim, my boat out of line Division 1, and San Born Premier. So, my boat Premier League teams in the Bray. Met Magazine, sports ahead of and Premier teams were Ghana. And a fact, need to be count. Positive far better in terms of conditions. Yeah. And your man, 24 year mind. Premier teams will be to me. And they because me can 100%, me can't message to your positive year mind. Premier teams club will be almost to me, yes,
Sama abranteɛ a yɛfrɛ no ɛkɔdwa Samoa to dwa sɛ positive mpanimfoɔ ɔmo hyɛ ɔmo na ɔmo san ɛhyɛ ɔmo yie na ɛyɛ under 20 ɛyɛ African Cup of Nations a ɛkɔ so no ma memfa results ɛndra ɛtɔ dwa no ɛnto wɔ anim. Nigeria ɛte Tunisia ɛtwa ho ɛka baako ɔmo ntumi ante sanso ɛne Kenya ɛtena hɔ ɛmo Morocco ɛkɔtwa ɔmo ɛka mmiɛnsa ɔmo te mu mmiɛn ɛnɛ games a ɛba so no 3 p.m. Senegal bɛbɔ Central Africa Republic ɛna afei enumere 6 p.m. DR Congo ɛne the Black Satellites of Ghana and so and a Bessiania, Mary Air Sansem Air to when him Timmy Cow, say if he sends on a high sense and a so Masinamere a year and Samuel Nina Ebronti Prince, Senior and Samuel Eti Enina a Jatete Air Kaye, Senior Air 2004-2005, gave no Ninano AC Ecoe.
And no a fantastic Joel Shen and out in Kano, Akola Kuma Kura, and so Kai. The memory, just in patch, just in patch, 98.9. Just in patch, the memory is sharp. In fact, our very good retentive memory into your kai vividly. Commentary, a commentator, a can commentator, ewo kumase. Who just is how much now we share commentary with TV so into come right na into one tisa. But no kumase OTA radio. Ya woni kumase. Or sort of about now, Kumase. Will be a sort of near Yatitin Wukumase.
Voice now,
Kwame Jumo Ajimai Ewaha. Kwame and Crawford Ari, yen starting and discussions, sir. And Crawford raising issues with a year under 20 Timono and Ombebo and they will play host to a year DR Congo. Crawford say na then say final squad near the share them and Sana Abbey even an ano pempo happy sports editor Henny Bampo Brignans will raise issues with her. Any Timono yen share the Koba and runner officially. Squad no ebe tab one thing. That's if you no publish here. Any game na ebon. Yenhwe Kwame.
Me dase so ni akwenya odi ama me. Enra me kai say I think just before 11 or after 11 ho baby. And I'm bidi kan ihu platform bi. And I noticed the person had copied a link from the Football Association. Into one quickly me call AFA sites no just to be sure. Say one of those things because I remember say before the start of the competition on several media platforms na amanfo busa when the final squad was going to be out the say na team na kwako PMO Egypt but the question was who exactly was there normally KB and Kekoye to say Black Star near there and guy in the squad will be out everyone would be aware but as we speak because menye sure say there are a number of media friends or more Egypt our more cover tournament now kwako information and share Emma in free camp on. So when I saw it, I asked myself a few questions. Any particular reason why ABA Samri and IF a day out? Now, was it not also because CAF had gone ahead to publish? What is there to hide? These are the questions that I was asking myself, because the tournaments, I mean, days, sometimes even weeks before the tournament, I just saw publish your squad officially. So I would want to believe, say, for this particular tournament, it wasn't an exception. Whoever we were going to be selecting to be playing for Ghana in the competition, squad no be call for not a day before the match. Squad no be call for days. That is, say,
yes.
Bibi Crampo later days.
So there's a time frame where I best submit
exactly
because so, but I say
more releasing officially.
Yes,
officially. Because and yes, ABA near my Crampo and Daniel Abijana and Kahona and competition.
Sure.
And near my Dani Kakra. Officially, I'm still struggling to remember what's led to a year.
I think it's almost a financial difficulties.
They are called Egypt. Egypt last minute. In thinking about La Côte d'Ivoire, and Casqua no cry about house crampache. Yeah, they call Egypt no cramp when be a calf massam, AB extension, BC, be a Sebio, Monfa squad number a bit later. But when I saw the squad, like I said, I asked myself a few questions. What is there to hide? Because it looks like this is not the first time. Apart from a year Black Stars, even Black Stars call up scramp, sometimes you have to push and suddenly release it. But when it comes to the youth teams these days, minim the NCA, I've seen a lot of arguments going back and forth, but I'm not honestly interested in that. It does appear these days, every time you be release any youth squad, players no free certain camps and are certain clubs. If the players are that good, I don't have a problem. If the players are sabi ubia so I don't have a problem. But if you yourself, you are not certain about the quality of these players, now the Omushima, maybe that is the reason why you can't let the squad out. Because the bar, I'm out for my players and the players are very much aware. So no more nyadi and ekupim any form. Into no yes, if you or godfathers be or baby and come the ombishim. But then again, we did the squad is gone. So at this point, maybe the focus would be on say Abia, the Edico Ibiano, the entire Omochi, because Sebi almost almost Ghana for. But the challenge also would be in the say, is it a chance say not there were better and players are no more honum any form one? Because in my lifetime they be America mentioned but Mehukakra from as far back as 1989, I saw a Scotland team. A Ghanaian team that went to Scotland 89. Those days, U16, U17. And I saw the developmental conversation. And yeah, now Black Stars, it's me qualify for World Cup near the end. So I saw a team that went to Scotland in 89. A number of them made it to Italia 91 and Omuku Winnie. From Italia 91, Ibikra Sako Japan. Samiku 4 went to Italia 91 and went to Japan 93. Sako na 20 World Cup was Australia. The Brazil share 2-1. And a number of these players moved from U17, U20, SRCOBO, U23. Some could fall crowd or Southball Barcelona in 1992 in Spain. So from U17, 20, 23, and to the Black Stars. Emma Sebi Nyahu for many years. But within the last couple of years, if we will be very honest with ourselves, from that generation, throughout the period of the 90s, throughout the period of the 2000s, Minkai Kra, Mekai, team called Japan 93 U17 team called you kind of saying you kind of saying Ecuador 95 team called Egypt 97 or the Trump team a number of them are ebe winning 99 U20 like Kingston squad on time Adekoka chairman Olympics or could be it's Olympiacos near we've seen a lot 2000 there but in team now more African Youth Championship
2001
almost World Cup. Bet me 93 crowd gets na info no squad no. Oboku we ni Mauritius.
Yes.
Under 20 Africa there no. And sana you call you kind of saying Australia Alpha. So there are stories you can tell. But in the last 6-7 years, Akusi saying, for me that is my thing. Akusi saying, are we going with our best or are we going with Sebi Ubi Unimubi? Into just look at our teams over the last 6 or 7 years. And whether you like it or not, it is under this administration. Whether you like it or not. So can whether you like it or not, it is under this administration. Your various youth teams. Because, for example, in 2013, and the noise was being made around the fact that time Palmer a vice chairman of the U20 team.
Yes.
Now George Free and the chairman of the team.
Yeah.
And I was there.
Normal players.
George Free and the players I know there was our team. But Palmer had about four or five players. Moses Oje, Francis Na, Atama Lawe, and then there was a fourth player. I can't remember his name.
Pate in Kansas squad.
Pate was robbed. I was at the final training one crime. Accra Sports Stadium. That was when I'm in party for the very first time with my two eyes. In Mikon start training now, the first thing I said to myself was, this boy should be in the team. Now me nim no baby. But for some strange reasons he was dropped. Because maybe as I don't know nim will be only Godfather be or something like that. And I win koe. But omo koe no see you who the omo koe ye. Omo koe semi-final. And a France 2. I was there.
As if waka hono.
Exactly. I was there, so I saw it with my two eyes. Unfortunately, that generation, no, do na into me and said, "Damn, Black Stars." Yeah. But at least we're building something. If we are building something, for me, mini problem. But if it is a case where Sebi say Prof ye wins and I say Kwekuye wins and I say Amaye wins, then we will take their players. Omonko yadi. And so when they go and they don't perform, U17 is affected. The U20 in itself will be affected. U23 will be affected. National team will also be affected. Any and there yet see here, Sebi, Kofi ni tiwo take ya niako who I beg. Niako pacho abe boma Ghana. Kwame ni ti niako who I beg. Be pacho and rasi matis and komobia ba afa and ketiaho. Ama ye can be I mean, for how long would we continue to depend on Obia born in Hoka? Winning. They didn't grow up in our system. Obi na born in Hoka.
But Ghana,
I can understand that it's open to all Ghanaians. But Obi na born in Hoka. Into your near say the chances are very brighter. That person won't consider Ghana. Or more, say be more British or more African teams now. It's because they were not good enough to play for their countries over there. At the time, I free or more idea. If you at the time, Sana Inaki idea, Kajin Sonko Baba Ghana. And all the players, I can list over 100 players or more various national teams all across Africa. Timer or Boma, it was only because after a certain number of years, no more hearing him say, and Sana or more decided or more considering. It is a Mimpo
the Inaki example because even a year before I have friend, no, I say he doesn't even feel Ghanaian.
But
example,
a lot of them, then they look at us as a second option. In Ketia, there was a conversation before I call Katakra. But he was so confident at the time, because I know leading line no Arsenal, your friend. I'm fair, And a football no see any doctor, no bonus 60 years. Into your hand, a carrier no air quay. Until now he is all of a sudden considering us. Forgetting said the base is actually here. But if we are choosing players, I said, almost said no more fata. I'm not saying so more wages, no more same fatal. But if there are better players than them, but because he be a Kofi, any mobi and answer Amani Mobin, see, I'm fanning shema. Ye nani bebre, Sebi.
And no eye Kwame Jumo Ajima, Kofi Amponsan Ewaha, on the no how Brana irresi issues, no, but Kofi and said ye Tibiano, ya from me who said and Crawford you, U20 finalist, no, Dreams FC, Vision FC squad. Mesania mano de ya can't say. Yeah, you can't say.
No, you can't squad. No, and I saw players be with teams beam. Team Kruma. I saw there was one with a very funny name. I'm trying to recall it.
Ibrahim Nana.
The team no Obono.
Ibrahim.
I'm trying to
see my team
Obosam, and I was like, players or more a reasonably high level.
The truth of the matter is that under 20 squad, under 20 team is so important for us. Say we cannot afford to joke with it. So now Kwame tries to build a certain history, and it is important to really go back to it. Anytime we have had an under 20 do well, the previous under 17 team has done very well. And it's a 93 Diana. It was a collection of 89, 91, under 17 in a Yadiomoko boy. With the exception of Ransford, Banini, some other added players are Yadiomoka, Omo Tumikoya, Omko Bom Homodi. Say say Oko back to 95, we could not qualify. Say, you know, by that time now you used to a lot of the under 17s are almost, I mean, because collection of 93 for no, that is Japan 93 team no plus Scotland 89 91 for ni akeka omunyi na album Ediomaka kobo Brazil. So raising a different team was very difficult. In 95 you qualify. But after 97 you qualify because on the back of coach Samade team no, the multi-system team no. Until you 95 team Ecuador squad no. You graduate majority of them. Ecobo 97 no. We qualified with Odate Lawson, Lalas Nomne, Audi Saka,
Malaysia, no.
Malaysia, yes. So Henri Numina Bima France and all those things. Then you go to 99. Now 99 was a unique one because 97 team, 97 under 17 team no more could be second. Brazil na share. Egypt. And you build the team around Edu to scale you know, like Kingston, Stephen Appiah, No, Stephen Appiah played in 97 rather. 97. That's Malaysia. He was part of the Malaysia team.
He was also part of the 95 team.
Yeah,
I'm talking in Ecuador. Ecuador, yes. Actually the youngest player in
that squad. 16-year-old. But I'm just okay, so maybe because we were having a conversation. So my point in say anytime we have had a successful under 17, we have gone on to build
a very formidable U20.
U20. Okay. So basically, that's the argument I'm submitting. And if you look at 99 squad, no, first time I had a foreigner to really coach us at the under 20 level, Dosena, echo all the way to the quarterfinals. You know, we lost to Spain, the eventual winners of the tournament. We built that team from Starlets 97, Starlets 97 for no. Okay, so then you want to look at the 2001 squad. The 2001 squad was quite unique. Unique in the sense that was the time where the professionalism had come to its apex within the Premier League. That was when clubs were now deciding that we won't release our player for this, we won't release our player for that. So, Okaya, Afani started team no, or the Don Botenum, Stephen Odronum, Stephen Tetenum, and then anytime they invited the Premier League clubs, especially for Hartlepool and Kotoko. I mean, that was the height of Herbert Mensah time. He was more or less like you to me release a player when there is a Premier League going on. So Afrani had to abandon those Premier League clubs, forget about Premier League players, then went into the hinterland, got the likes of John Mensah, John Pinson, and all those other guys, and he built a team out of them. And Omokoye. So the 2001 team was a unique situation. Unique situation in the sense that there was no, first of all, that under New Zealand under 17 team if you do semi-finals or something like that. You know, a lot of them could not be pushed on because most of them either say you transfer abrochi and now say Premier League clubs and local Premier Leagues, and they were not prepared to release them. So the 2001 was clearly a unique situation. Then, of course, but they moved on to go and do a lot of things. But the say, of course, we can even look at the 2009 example. 2009 example, no, nucleus of the team was picked from the 2007 under 17 team. Omoko Korea, Echo Ball, you know, under 17 tournaments. No, a lot they formed the nucleus of the team. Clearly, a boy MIA 2009 Echo winnie. You understand? Yeah. I am making the point. Say. one ball who modern at the under 17 level. Yeah, now usually U20 teams no ebre. Now, Cecia Akwako Bane say under 17 one, we are influencing. People are trying to push their players up there. Under 20, so we are doing the same thing. Ebiani careful a year or hini emeki and say there are 3 different tournaments. There's no consistency in selection. It's problematic. Because people are trying as much as possible to push their players in there. And no team building. It doesn't matter how good the coach is. It doesn't matter how wonderful the coach may be. Say one ball who modia a high. Yes, anyoma we ni na no. A national team nuna in the long run obebre because some players because they have been picked and they are really not up for these things. They are not able to grow because under 20 team say at the African level sebeya obetumi enya ni profile be kosro any ade sebeya obetumi akwa ton but ana ye dwin your mind ho ana enunti na me one of the things that I had always pushed for, especially for the age competition, they say we must have a group of technical experts by the ministry and for that matter the National Sports Authority. So we get selection be at the under 17, under 15 level. You the coach, you need to go and defend it before them. Because came under 20 team or mine le kwa born hoka. Or mine kwa born hoka said the at least one able to me ababeye quality players. Sebeya mbetumi akwa ama national team. Sebeya yenko look. One of the major things personally I have seen, they say, the Black Stars level. Yeah, boy, and who modini na Eddie say one or many of the national teams have played for our underage tournament. Meaning so ultimas here. So we share sa team they qualifying for World Cup now. Sa quartet now you form of Stephen Appiah, Lai Kingston, Sule Muntari, Michael Essien. At one point or the other, no more Milo Championship. At one point or the other, Omuko Shiawo under 17, Omuko Shiawo under 20. Until Omuba, it is so easy to put them together. But any national team, look at how long it has taken for that kind of telepathy to be built. And then Mo Salisu, any Jiku, Ochina Eyewi, Ochina Eyewi, Ochina, and one man national team no going to mean build because at the under 20, under 17 level now, I say your building team no, near building players and penny for no are influencing and trying to push their players there. And for me, these things does not serve the national interest. And Muntina, at the ministry level, any national sports authority, almost a bit serious, almost fast some of these things because the allegation, like you repeated, say Dreams FC, Vision FC. Why should it be so? Because today they are the echelon or at the top of the FA. We cannot be doing that. We cannot be doing that because it's a disservice to the national interest. And you see, it's all because we don't have any national academy. Individual players here no more titi and no more influencing national team system. No. If we had a national academy, who dare Dreams FC? Who dare Vision FC? Say who do team Beko? Who do player Beko? And Tininginani said we need to come back to this conversation of making sure, say, at least, to say the claim for at least every region be making sure, say, there is a national academy. And we must begin to have that conversation. And we must begin not only have that conversation, implement it. because yanyene saa dia individuals ediomo players and the national team the board national team so they will not serve the national interest. It is only their parochial interest. Yentia say in another Black Stars one match and idea that 20 go Germany. That primarily because people want to satisfy their own parochial interest. For me, if we want to kill this interest in one at the ministry and the national sports authority level, they must set up a technical team. Insofar as Wokwako under 17, under 15 in Kwade, you must come before that technical committee and come and defend your list. Come and defend your players. Then the second thing is that the national, as a nation, we must begin to own national academies. Sebeya, from under 50, under 20, under 12, they go through that system, and then nobody can bring his or her player to come and then and then influence all these things, the system. For me, I think we'll be able to cure a lot of this mischief. We'll be able to cure it.
Eno Jesse Kofi Amponsa ena Otin Nkano. Soccer bet say or foul a great opportunity. Even when you are losing, you are winning on soccer chance. For 10 or more matches. Now make sure say us no 1.30 us or higher. You lose one game per amount 3 times your reward. And I said 3 times your stake a year reward. And no soccer chance on soccer bet. Soccer bet pe and a bema say akwenye a would be the bet. Enchibia kudi master e betanase. Na se kudi master etanase dia na soccer chances so ena na ochi ye de ebedi sikapa enti shenenso emame. Sanso almost terms and conditions apply enti shenenso. Sanso na city appliance say en country say need or omhono one stop air shop for air quality TV, air conditioners, fridges, deep freezers, washing machines, gas stoves, blenders, iron, kettle, dispensers, any appliances bia opbia enti shenenso. Almost say mount a year discount on a year product ni nyina bibia obeto hubia obenya achede shenenso sa tie almost me country say brands ahoro ya mebubo obodin Samsung omuobi, LG omuobi, Nasco omuobi, Panasonic, tete Panasonic omuniema ye pa omuobi, TCL ebi wo ho, Media ebi wo ho, Samsung na Protec wo ho, na afi General Goods nso omuobi. Enti ene se pe baabi atototo sa ne me ya mabosu nyina menhwe baabi a oba omo aso ya ombema great deals papa. Enti ene showroom no North Industrial Area opposite Royal Motors bowura ho. Unya bowura ho a niema mabobodin ene brands ahoro mabobodin nyina obenya bi de ato ho. Frɛ Uncle Ross on 0574 000000 0574 000000. Almost Uncle Ross men country say city appliance ye watema committee 25 ye DPS school no hwa ene city appliance. Uncle Ross is the king of home ye appliance inti she nenso sa betika say yen country say free the B ade hwana enempe ade a efo ade efu de obi apɛ kwaku ansa opɛ memepe kwame dwuma otimanyim ha yenyina ade ye de kyekwa de hwana empe ade a ye de kyekwa ni nyina ne se betika for se omo app no is giving you 100% free bet ewo omo app ne so enti bo homoden na kɔ omo kɔ Google Play Store anase Apple Store na kɔ download betika no ewo ho o download wo ho a ne ye ma 100% free bet ewo betika anase obe visit www.betika.com for more anase obe dial *263#. Terms and conditions apply. T advert we almost men country said this advert has been vetted and approved by a Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Wa unimro emfie dungoche anase uni emfie dungoche a untimi entwa bet kai say betting very addictive say osi asemo America mebua busa Kwaku Ansa Albright betting addictive papa enti ya na wahwe ho so yi mpacha o monfrɛ akosi asempa emame na o metena se enei ye hwe hasofo kwame dwuma ede na ese hasofo enye sa enti yenye kudi ansa okay ene kwam we de ma yemfa kudi nhyem me yemfa kudi master na abanti me yemfa nhyem na afi yemra tiewe
motivation Kwaku Darlington but my G's yeah I know the one sikanie kwakunie hard Tell you what the master so. Now so capra with the grand do. Siki any be with savings. Yeah, you best see Sika here casket too. No holiday. Charlie with over. My father to my trip. Mother I send 5-2. Apply 5 over. Oka France at Paris. My chap Paris to win. 1-1 over. Scanner sporting. My chest sporting. Was I to account I have for their market over. Juventus win. Last week Mama Stuttgart I show over. I scanner over. My father to my trip. Mother I send 5-2. Apply 5 over. Mube kume, mama from why I'm watching some mube kume. There's a man Soliano Pebia, I don't want to send the booking codes, no one send Yamame. Mube kume, and I go over Soliano Parade, then I will go again today. I live at net, then we go. Mube kume, me a more beyond fabric and send me to Yan Wad bed.
Hey, what is that? Silent. Hey, Kabi by your cable.
Boy, this is better no. Opa, could just say players no. Omode Disney bebo bono. Bako besha singlet. Aba betina park no. So now na bet na say. Start upu the open channel.
Kudi Master Kwaku Ansa Albright atnase. Ente Kwaku Ansa Albright. O se upa dia kase chabet ni se players no ombeshe Jesse ene de beba ombeba na ba ko nche Jesse. Na ba.
Bet na kume. Na ye dimi fucking me donyame.
Bet diwa ya ni nyina ne se wantie Kudi Master Kwaku Ansa Albright atnase. Weekend we then e wo ho Kudi Master.
Obiba am say last weekend no Inter Milan high pa. O share selection say ye nyina.
Bia bona Inter.
Inter shania go avidi.
Over.
Over. Enti weekend we dey am say you see Tikro enkwagina. Enti no am say bet
teacher say enyon ko na wo ye okay e consortium e na munyina maka bom na maye
because am say betting companies no omo dey makwa duro so
ti omo you magic no
eto aso sa no o maso ayeshi nti no we ni games your team no select here for weekend we RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich you call away win Bayern Munich win Lecce and Napoli ne nia bre pa league na je olidi 3 points intino obe try say obetimi maintain na efimpo no wasan hye na bibia akoye di amanti ye fa asembi
ofa Napoli win ba hawaye no home win ba anka yese ye away win okay nti ama na
correction answer na ya post official win no
yeah
platform so Porto ene Morenzi ya piki FC Porto eno so why mistake
why no away win pacho home win why interchange sa 2 games no why interchange sa 2 games no enti eno asa obema na correct away win no be call H ne Napoli na home win no aba Porto ene the other game no
because man shada asembi
enti fourth game no
extra Praha ene Benfica away win and the only correct and Braga and Santa Clara no and also over 1.5
okay
into no ya be sa correction
yes interchange sa Lecce ne Porto game no na
weekend we
Osbey we Osbey no
odd way
enso kra be os ne say ode be 100 kra to so we discount ana
sky be this is in
enye 100 okay eno Kwaku Ansa Albright ena ote ne nka no Kudi Master eno de Kudi no
nyame adoma china so weekend sports ye be
yes enti nyame adoma weekend sports o china no se ona eno de one na betena se ayi na memra
Say bibi ami o.
Okay, nti one ene be hwe se de be ye no to de me yempon ye pon a de be se de be ye ne se jabe wa na abeba.
No holiday. Charlie with the grind every day. So you need but you see a physical criminal but you to go to be here pay. You be paying ya kwa bantia ko chinchin this ka be fie. You be paying ya kwa bantia ko chinchin this ka be fie. You be si ka be fie. Frisa busia o fie. Ya penija be fie.
Enti kudi ena ote se ye de ebre wo no sabre de bright miemie phone lines no de miemie ni sa 0551 563916 ena afi 0555 567278 na omonso omonfa omadwen kire emra kai hye ne so se nyame ya adomo a kwasiada eye the super clash live commentary on happy 98.9 FM kwaku ansa all bright ena ba kopie mu e wa Accra Sports Stadium na ode commentary ni nyina abro pacho o ye fro say na afrefre mfa
Mede ko katabazo
mo anu ko yeti o
abomo
nyame adom na nso
obo ade adaroma all right wo ha betia no meba asempa wo o ka se asempa si Liverpool ama Arsenal di league no wo se se ya no o spread o chire mu a to me wi ba me wie fi ho no mu a kwaya DFA president or the Ghana football under 20 fasulu ye ni jihu yes no ye de bia ye ka say Ghana football no personal japade eti offer obuo ma Ghana for say eye adwuma na e de ahye ni say onye na obu hu akonta ma ye ma na nye ni a onu akasa pe ade na wudi team omudi team tournament a day before on be bomb first match and now the squad every yes no offer Obama Ghana for with us
minso medase enti kwaku yemfa ba mienu be sanse dwumade bi wo ho a ese ye ba ko no first one wo so ye fro sen wo frefre mfa
hello biba uni be ma jano wana make us
ajana ma anu nko wo frefre kwa benya 30 seconds yenko
me person you menya bi wo ho
ebi wo ho ko
megwa ko pebi kaka America ni say tell listo enya listo football managed by people yepo Kenya Ghana government managed by Omapani President Mahama no the voice say yan share na yefan pa bo charity say be ba we ma o enu enfa bibi ambeka ho sabi yebe wini na mi oji de say ebe ko yi ira yebe chia tangu
minso medase ye fro sen wo frefre mfa hello ye fro sen okay any akwasi ye fro sen wo frefre mfa
ba we kwaku obeki sini enu ningo
kwaku yenko
yes then I am proud to say dream Chelsea players any vision players nko and eni mbobo Ghana omo hwe mu bibi ye o na em go bi ba Mr. Division 1 Okwa United em positive any Okwa every Sunday yes Madam Juliet Tapia Madam Juliet Tapia pa share ye panicho on FIFA rules and regulations never yet mama betting and I say positive by all means positive ye winning yes strong because of course any break it me win way I bet we need league that's friends yamin trap
so medase enti miami nua ba Juliet Tapia ho asem na okan miami nua ba pa akwasi yemfa last one na betena se na yenye dwumade bi ye fro sen wo frefre mfa
Agafare Agapu Suarez.
Oh, 30
Me pacha you me say. Koka, ever pursue VCFC why na say. Nini are say. Yes na ya farm no. So on by papa for under 20. Just say the mother at Mabo. You more up ya no. On my body here. I want to say that. But man, yes, let the good players. And I expect good players. Now the player. I put on that. I'm off. I'm the CFC. I will move on. That's I do. Now I'm
yɛdase ɛnɛ ɛyɛ group CEO Emma Global Media Alliance ɛnɛ ɛyɛ ne birthday Mr. Ernest Boating, a man of excellence. May your years ahead be filled with divine favor and lasting impact. Ohene Bampo Brenya. Ɛnɛ ɛyɛ Mr. Ernest Boating birthday.
Birthday William says Susin birthday bia.
Pa.
Susin birthday bia.
Bia.
Ne trinkwa. Ne yense nyame nhyira emfa emano.
Yo.
Se ne onno didi ma ebidie.
Ampa.
Enti nyame nhyira ne pa na ontunu nkondem emfa mano. Na Mr. Ernest Boating de onne na ma usua de bia usua de foforo.
Of course.
De bia usua de. Ade ba kwa de bi obisa me a me depa so hene ade a wo ye, what is the end goal? Dear Muye, project Ambusamuye, what is the end goal? I don't know, Bissau meeting, I said, I'm 40 everybody. Enti Accra, and I pay, and I say, we dear man, how baby they can say, I mean, Shano. No, because I impact the next generation of leaders, a war company. I mean, Shano.
Jesse Kofi Amponsa, and Mr. Ernest Boating, Group CEO, Edema Global Media Alliance, Happy FM Kaho. YFM Triangle no Kumase Accra Takrade eka ho your mother company na nkasa GME the PR the event nyina eka ho bi man PMI eka ho bi print house baby a your man happy birthday then abeka fa
a big happy birthday pa. Now there is this story in the Bible. It's a blessing I want to pronounce on Mr. Ernest Boating. Emra, if you look at Joshua 14:17, 7-11, Caleb was talking about something when they had gone to spy. Now, when he was talking at age 45, at age 85. Or say, even the time I didn't call ya spy a Jumani. At that time, that was 40 years ago, he was 45. Now, or see at age 85 no, he felt the same as he was 40 years ago. That's when in Psalm 103 verse 5 talks about how God satisfies your youth with new things and renews your youth. He satisfies your mouth with new things and he renews your youth like that of an eagle. The empire ye pronounce on Mr. Ernest Boating and say, Emra oya brantie na no ye jumaden no. Sa hoden na owo no, sa nhyira na owo no, a double portion must come upon him. Even at this age, in his as he moves on, sa youthful age na owo no. That time na or to me young or yenioma sa modern
and enko ensan enfema Kwame Jumajima and Mr. Ernest Boating birthday.
Yamin Shrano. Onyane kesiye. Omani nimdie. They had done a kuma subi or person yamanu biano or yamano. Sano managing an organization like this in a very competitive environment scene and yebete. We sure said our Trimbian Aswa. Or risk eba na sabi wa ma obi ama wedi
of course
wa ma mso bi
be patrone
ohia sanim de na or the ben navigate through this level of competition amana akwadru pempen so opese organization e dru no they meet me as chance say nyame ma na hoden no fa nim de nso mpe so sa no obetime the organization akona nim
akwasi asempa and CEO birthday
I menchiano Mr. Ernest Boating fantastic young man and Yadanasi in Juma OD.
Last time we call garage.
Yes.
Into we no
you are na yentin in kan the
onchre baby
enko baby ha banyami shano no nya
last time we call garage na ye heavy power.
You know mo pam wo no.
there be any aha ena aha na yede happy sports ni nyina ebesimidi ni prince obi ba po akwabra me sorry dear hey ata boaben tenase de happy kasebo de abrel